Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. They're now all tied up 1-1. Castillo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. Rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Castillo. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Defesa docinha, Pofo, botão no cofrinho do Limes, Pofo pra cima do Delzinho, double Pofo do craque, faz clique aí meu chat, você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada, tomara tá,
Um som,
vou cravar cima, crava esquerda,
tem um, só tem real. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
pode ver agora, calma,
nossa!
Yeah, we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment. Finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving weightless in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're doing one hand
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
out. Oh my, Chris, he's all one more. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper on this area, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky, get headshot. Costco, flip the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
X7 was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the Kilo? Whoa! Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus Kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the Kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, break stop! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in favor. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
Welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm your host for U Mobile Mayhem semifinals. And well, we are already at semifinals. I'm quite sad. The season is very, it's about to end, and I'm gonna miss you all. But I'm here with Verdict and Gilmania, who I'm gonna miss the most, obviously. As casters for the 2 best-of-5 games that we have today. And Verdict, how is your day?
My day has been fantastic. It has been very eventful. I've been working since early this morning. I've been at the gym. I've just been all over. And then on top of that, we got CDL that started. It's LAN. It's in Arlington. It's at an arena that I was able to actually attend for stage 4 last year. And it's just such a great vibe watching it on screen. So enough about that. Enough about all of my personal life and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a spill there. But Deanna, how has your day been? Are you ready for the semifinals to start up?
Yes, I'm ready, but not really, because as I said earlier, that means if we are in semifinals, that means that the season gonna end soon. Actually, we have one more broadcast next week, right? So I'm sad a little bit, but overall it was a great season, and I'm happy that I managed to work with you both guys and with the admins and with the staff. They are always amazing, right, and helpful. But my day been awesome. I did play some rank. I did play some AOT, watch some AOT. So yeah, it was pretty good. How about you, Gil? How was your day? Did you get any spoilers today?
Yeah, no spoilers or anything. Absolutely. So yeah, just as a warning, if you ever are on the Anna server, you gotta pick how you read the messages, because they can be tricky. Spoilers may be included, but anyways, we've been rambling a lot. Diana already mentioned to us about the fact that we're nearly over with all this, right, Diana? But why don't you tell us what are we to expect for the night?
Well, I'm gonna go over the brackets, right? So I'm gonna go over the brackets. Maybe you guys didn't watch last time, not last week, because Tuesday. So if you were not here Tuesday, we did had 2 best-of-5 games, right? We had 31ers versus Enigma. Enigma won and moved forward, right? And we did had 117 not found versus FA Ducks, and 117 not found won, so move forward. So today we're gonna have 2 best-of-5 games, right? We're gonna start with Animus versus Enigma, and afterwards we're gonna have Kings versus 117 not found, right? And these are the matches for today, and for the next week we're gonna have the finals and the bronze matchup. But Verdict, can you tell us for what prize these teams are playing?
Absolutely. I'm taking a look at it right now. The EU prizing structure, it's a $1,300 prize pool in total. $720 to first place, $300 to second place, $180 to third, and then we've got special awards in the total amount of $100. We have yet to kind of figure out what we wanted to do this season, but before next Tuesday, I'm sure we'll have something figured out and have votes come in through as well on that. Historically, it's been Sniper of the Split, MVP of the Split, and also like Rookie of the Split, but figured we get a little bit more like creative with it, and I think everybody, including us, agree that it has been a little stagnant, a little stale with the awards. So it's not as eventful as it used to be. It doesn't have as much meaning as it used to either.
We're gonna see next time, right? Hopefully we're gonna come up with something good. But I do see both teams are in the lobby, so we gonna have the first matchup gonna be Animus versus Enigma, and I'm pretty sure everyone is expecting this game, and the second one too, because it's very, very entertaining. It's gonna be Kings versus 117 not found. But we're talking about Animus versus Enigma. Gil, can you go over the map selection?
Absolutely. Animus versus Enigma, as you mentioned, a best-of-5 map rotation, and we're gonna start by looking some action on Slums Hardpoint, then moving on to Search and Destroy Firing Range, a third one off Control on Standoff, Hardpoint on Summit, and a potential 5th game of Search and Destroy on Radiana.
Alright, Diana. What do you mean, alright, Diana? Was that something?
No, I mean, I'm just passing the word to you. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't.
Okay.
He knows what he did. That's for the spoilers, Diana.
It was not. It was.
I see. Right,
whatever.
right?
Yeah, you can take it how you want. I know I didn't do it that way, Bo. Whatever.
We all know.
But-
We all know.
Exactly, because
Oh,
you
man.
know I was expecting you gonna say that Hacienda was banned on the side of Enigma and also Takeoff on the side of Animus,
Oh,
not
yeah,
that
yeah,
Raid,
that too.
Raid Diana. So
I'm
yeah, it was
sorry. I'm
interesting.
sorry. Ah, fine.
Okay,
My bad.
okay.
I apologize. Okay.
No, you're good, you're good. So guys, do you have any expectations? Verdict, what do you think about this first matchup? We will get the fourth matchup, we will get the fifth game. What do you think?
I think it's certainly possible. I think Enigma have, as much as we've seen them this year, which has not been too much, the times that we have seen them, they're not a team that's just going to roll over and get folded, right? Obviously, I think the head-to-head in the regular season was a 2-0, and they did roll over and they did get folded. But at the end of the day, they have progressed a little bit further since they last seen them. They were able to take down 31ers. I say all this because I still think Animus are going to take a series, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think it is.
Okay, agree with that. And I'm actually very happy we start with slums. Like in the past couple of days, well, broadcasts, we started seeing slums more often, and slums hardpoint, it's a very great way of starting this matchup. But how about you, Gil? What do you think?
About the potential result, well, I think I'd go with similarly what Verdict mentioned. On this season, Enigma has been doing really good recently, but on the other hand, you got Animus, right? We know how strong they are, and honestly, I'd have to give the victory on the long run for Animus. But as Verdict mentioned, I feel like there's room for Enigma to take us to a game 4, or if they're on a good day, even a game 5. But ultimately, I feel like Animus is gonna be the one to take the ticket onto the grand finals.
We had everything. We heard your opinions, obviously, guys. So I'm gonna be back after this first matchup is ended. Bye.
Alrighty, Deanna, we'll see you back after this one. It's going to be a best 5. We're getting ready to lock and load. Green check marks all across. We're heading over to Slums for game number 1. Gil, predictions were made. We're going to stick by them. We're firmly invested that this Animus team is them. We know that they are capable of being the best team. They finished at the top of the leaderboard this season. They are the epitome of what a great team looks like here in EU. They've set the benchmarker. The standard is high, but can they deliver? This is the moment of truth now as we jump into it. I mentioned it earlier, Slums Hardpoint. Well, God, I went on a spill and I stopped looking at my screen for just a second, and we're doubling back to the lobby. Could only be me.
Man, it happens.
Do I have to redo my elevator pitch, or was that good enough for everybody?
Nah, it was good. I liked it. We can just continue talking for a little bit longer while we wait for the bounce back into the game. It was pretty smooth, by the way. Like it was clean, but
Man, I had prepared dialogue and everything. I'm just kidding. I obviously just made all that up as we were going. But it sounded like I had prepared a long dialogue just for that particular moment.
It was good.
And I deliver everything as if I did prepare it well. And obviously, that's what I guess I'm good at. I'm definitely not good at sounding great at times, but I can improvise on the fly and do it very well. And then we get moments like this where everybody double back to the lobby, and I'm just like, forget about it.
All right, well, we're gonna go for round number 2. So straight into action. Verdict. We are now on Slums. Just taking a couple of extra seconds. No one seems to be leaving. So game number 1, Search and Destroy, is next. Have you noticed that I usually struggle to say the game mode at the beginning of each time? It's so
I think that's like a standard for everybody, right? Like I have my problems, right? I gotta congratulate the side of LG last night. They actually came through with a victory in Ladham's broadcast.
Ladham, yeah.
For the first time, I think they haven't won a Mobile Mayhem all last year, or and to start off this year in such a great hope and a great statistic. Obviously, they are fighting for another one this year as well for North America. Nonetheless, EU is where the journey and the topic begins here. As we're taking a look at the Slums. The Barrios are looking kind of beautiful here for one of these teams right now. It's 10 point lead in favor of the side of Enigma. Right now, it is a flip of the spawns they get to, but look at that background. Look where Balance is. He's already got the flip right back underneath, so in his fingertips, he controls the spawns. He snaps one finger, and snaps a opposing player right in mid-half. So right now it's going to be a little bit of a lead for the side of Enigma, but they're going to need all that cushion rolling into this P2 setup.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need it. And, well, in here, the spawns are going to be held by Marvel. Marvel right now all the way back with the holder alongside with Gathela are going to be holding the spawns. First blood there. Second, actually, for Marvel. Continues to try to defend, but there's the three-man push at the same time. It's like, you know what, I'm out. But even through the wall, they can smell the blood through it, and they get the kill. The spawn is still going to be here for him, and immediately gets the revenge. Now goes for the double. Let's see if we can make it. That's right, double for Marvel. The Tech 5 was popped on the side of the opponents, but it was just not as effective as they liked it to be on the side of Enigma. The rotation maybe a little bit shaky in a sense for the first, I want to say 10 seconds for Animus, but once they actually settled on their positionings, it's been really, really difficult now for Enigma to try to fight back against that action. They get a couple of kills, but the spawns being so heavily controlled by Animus, there's no much you can do about that. And because of that, you know, 15 seconds left. They're already moving on to the next area. They're trying to pay them back with the same action.
Yeah, and look at Etsy. Etsy loses one gunfight, spawns in Narnia. Now they got to make the long rotation through. Surely enough. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you die in the both teams have made their transition. Of course, you have one player who's in the Hardpoint. Because the system works the way it does, the Hardpoint's spawn's a little wonky, obviously. You get rewarded for rotating early in previous COD titles. I think this one here is just... you get rewarded for not dying so quickly before those souls pop, right? Right now, the rotation through it is going to be, you guessed it, Animus. They're all over it. They get the spawns in now early as they play the game very well, and right now, it's all on Shark to go big. He's going to get shut down. The hill, 35 seconds left to go. Plenty of time to reap here for the side of Enigma, and they need every bit of it to get back into it. Now, it's certainly not over and said and done. Animus may have a lead, but you can spark something here on this P3 side. Big Gunny's being one there for Denicio initially, but he gets chopped down. Here comes the Super Soaker. Balance finds 2 in the feed before he's eventually shut down himself. And with P3 only 10 seconds left to go, it does look like Enigma's going to be able to get it for a little bit of a cost, and it is going to be HBC using that Sparrow for it.
Yeah, the beginning of the hold, and then on top of that, the scrap time being given to Enigma will land a difference of around 20 seconds in favor of the players over on the Animus roster. Now, there's going to be Nox popping that Sparrow. To spot someone. The first shot missed again through the wall. Then you're going to find that call. That kill. Now Psycho with the use of the Vortex machine is shooting in, praying for a kill, and he finally does. That's going to be the breakthrough. The point yet again in favor of Enigma, who are managing to have a good fight in here. Another Tech 5 is going to be popped. Denicio with another operator being used at the same time. It seems like Enigma are using a lot of their resources onto making sure that they're going to be safe in the inside point number 4, and it's working out to perfection. You know, 30 or so seconds in their way now, looking to increase those numbers now. Denicio with a kill with Annihilator. Now with the hold, they're going to find a double. Great control. Continuous control in favor of Enigma will break through the momentum on the side of Animus. And, well, they did an outstanding job in there. I don't think Animus got barely any time in for that one.
No, you got a little bit of momentum. The break there in the P4 site looked absolutely magnificent. The coordination with the operators, flawless, on point right now. They've got a 20-point lead rolling into the P1 reset. Enigma striking up some big numbers here in the first set of hills, but we all know it doesn't matter what you do in the first set. Obviously, it does. But it's how you follow up. And these second set of hills could be detrimental, it could be lethal, it could be very toxic. Right now, it's the opening. Hits on towards the ring site. It's Marvel out with the ante. He's looking for vengeance. He's looking for blood. He can't find either or. Can't even get the shot to land. And Etsy has just been a thorn and a very, very pesky player to deal with. Shuts him down right in the middle of the map. We'll see if we can chop this lead in half as we see it now. It's 116 and 160. We're tied up. Transferring back over to Enigma for the time being, but it is a toss-up, Gil, on what's going to happen here on this P2 setup.
Pretty much getting to be as a toss-up. Right now, this was the key moment where we saw a bit of an advantage gap going in favor of Animus, and that's exactly what Enigma are trying to prevent. There's the first blood there. They get the second. Great control by Etsu with the double kill there, and now they are the ones to get there first, but the points are still even, so it's going to be really, really important for them to try to operate this with safety. Etsy with yet another Tag 5 verdict. the Tech 5 are taking such a huge value. You've mentioned about it in the past, and it is real, right? If you got that Tech 5 that is already pretty fast for you to get, and on top of that, you're using the red bird that I forgot its name right now, but
Overclock.
with that combo, you can have so much different situations where you can just overcome the pressure of the opponents and make sure you're getting the best end of the stick. But even with that usage by Etsy, it seems like Animus broke through it, and for the past 20 or so seconds, they got inside by just brute forcing their way.
Ooh, yeah, they are. They're holding Enigma hostage in their spawn. The spawn trap has been enabled. They have not been able to get the point. And look at this. I mean, what started off to be a great rotation, you buckled up for great spawn rotations. You're only going to get the bitter end of the stick. It's about 20 seconds left here for the rotation. Obviously, there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be able to capitalize on all of it, and that's not even going to go ahead and get us tied back up. That means we are geared up for another P3 that's going to be spicy. We're going to go ahead and join in with one of these teams. Right now, it does look like the other rotation might be favoring the side of Animus, but hold on. Enigma on the backs of Etsy, who I just have not been able to take my eyes off of, have been frying. They get the break. They got the first initial heal opening. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Let's go ahead and sound off with our first listening.
One more deep. One more deep.
Falcon. Deep one tap. Nice, let's go.
We spawn blue.
One deep still.
I'm at
Shower.
2 laundry. One more side.
Nice.
Side half of P.
church, one shot.
Touch.
I'm flashing church.
I'm stunned. Watch shower. Con.
One shot.
Don't peek. I'll give you tag, don't peek.
Two guys can. Two guys can. How much you
They have tag. One corner. Reset corner. That's one deep.
One laundry.
Bruh, shower. Gone deep. One in old.
One con.
Contest.
I feel one next.
Pick with me. Left side, right side.
Play you left.
Dead side.
Only one right side.
One secret.
It's one shot old. One on the hill. Red card.
Oh boy, comms spicy. Things are getting intense. Things are getting heated. Not too far out of hand. Before it was just a lockdown the first set of hills. Second set, we got an opening here. Animus might have the keys to success as they do find the kills in the feed. It's Narcs, it's Shark, it's Balance. It's a collective affair, and Animus locking down the mechanic chop for now with 15 seconds into the hill. They're able to extend their lead by 30.
And you know what? I'm liking the way that Enigma are playing. I would say that generally they are slightly getting outgunned by the hands of Animus, but even then, they're fighting with really good efforts and making sure that rotations are on point. Whenever they do get a kill, it is taking as much value as possible. And for that, well, they are losing by 50, but still in a fighting situation now. Back onto P1 race, ladies and gentlemen, once again back into the main area of this map. Etsy, now with 37 kills, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the undisputed player with the most kills so far this game, and is currently on the inside of the next hill. Just waiting for someone to walk by. The next one could be Gathila. They're gonna find one. Gonna go for two, doing damage to both, but not really finding the kill. But the call is gonna be made for HBC to find a double himself. Great control now and great communication on the side of Enigma. HBC now looking for a couple more kills, and the system is gonna be made. The tag 5 is gonna be popped in the side of Animus, but even then, the control is still in the hands of Enigma. Verdict, they're doing it again. They're going in for just popping every single utility at the same time, and I definitely feel like this is the perfect opportunity to do so, because if you control this one up and then move that momentum forward onto the next hill, they can turn it around pretty fast.
Yeah, there's no room for error here. Only 15 seconds for your opponents to close it out right now. You've done miracles of keeping this one alive. 30 seconds left to go. Reeling it back in surely now as the reset has been fruitful here for the side of Enigma. Need to continue the work now as it's not over yet. Gathila able to grief one, but the contest is in. They just need to hold the line for a minute more. Gathila shutting them down. They're all coming through the brick side. Brickster with love is going to be able to get some tags on it. Etsy has been a game changer for this team, but is it enough? It's about the rotation. Look at Marvel. Animus, they know what needs to get done here. They only need 8 seconds. They got the back line. They're going to hold down the fort, but the Predator missile looking to spoil it. It's not happening on the hill. We're going to get one down, but Gathila is there to replace. Plenty of map control. Plenty of time here to close it out. Plenty of work being done here for Animus. And even though it was a scrappy one, it comes down to a 250 to 204 win. Animus confidently making the rotation over to New. Confidently shutting this one down. And a lot of noise being made over on that Enigma side. I said it. This team's not going to roll over. And did they kill? Absolutely not. A stunning performance out of Enigma, but an even better performance out of Animus.
Yeah, like I mentioned, the reality is that when it came down to those one-on-one gunfights, Animus was winning on the better part of them. I feel like outside of Etsy's performance, the majority of Enigma was struggling, but even then, not only the kills, but also the callouts, the communication coming down from Etsy, I feel like it was helping the team a lot, because he was getting a couple of kills, maybe getting killed himself, but immediately relying that information onto his allies to try to overcome the pressure from Animus, and it was really good. I felt like they are on a good note for this map. They ended up losing, but you know, I said that there was opportunity for a fourth map and even a fifth one if Enigma was playing great, and so far they're playing great. They're doing a great job, but like you mentioned, even better, Animus just doing what they like to do more, which is winning, and pretty similar numbers among the team. You know, I feel like when it comes down to the OBJ, they all were pretty invested in it. And well, GG's 250 on to 204. We're gonna be now thinking about the next one, Bert. We're moving on to Search and Destroy on firing range. What are your thoughts about this one, folks?
Oh man, this is a tough one. Obviously Animus has been known for how well they play Search and Destroy. Enigma has done, you know, tremendous work in Search and Destroy as well. We even seen them take down 31ers, which is not an easy task. Obviously, on Tuesday stream, or as Deanna would say, last week. That's what it feels like after 2 days of Mobile Mayhem. Obviously, we take a day in between. But yeah, this is tough, because if we're looking at the breakdown of the series, best 5, that map was picked by Enigma. They were very confident in it. They played very confident. I just wish we would have seen a little bit more contribution out of some of the players. That was probably HBC's worst map of the whole entire season. Okay? Worst map on the entire season. And he has been such a great player for this Enigma team. But you got to congratulate Etsy. I think you got to ride that same energy. HBC has to have a backup performance here to kind of make up for that Hardpoint, because that was your map to win. You did everything right that you needed to. You just couldn't close it out.
Well, all right. Now, for the next one, we're still waiting and almost ready to start. Once we are, it is going to be firing range. Like you mentioned, both of them are going to be on a great fighting situation. So I'm pretty intrigued about what is going to be the deal in here. I said it was a good fight on Hardpoint. Let's see if they can push through it as well on the side of Enigma for Search and Destroy. And for starters, I'd like to go with Etsy. You know, I feel like outside of all the control over on Animus side, Etsy was the one player that bring the most plays all game long. And in here, it's gonna be defending on the A long side. Now getting on the inside of trailer, finds the first blood onto balance, immediately turns around. Great control in here. He can manage to hear them coming through that door. Ooh, the movement from Shark was way too fast. Although the first shots connected onto him, Etsy was not able to just recollect his aim over there. Nox also gonna find another blood. Nox with a double onto HBC. Brian with his sniper shots, but Bricksta's gonna make him pay the price now with her own sniper now. DLQ for Bricksta, first blood for her. 30 seconds on the clock. Bounce down, fellas. So let's see what's gonna be next. Marble with a kill onto Saiku. Bricksta on her own.
Oh!
And I missed that shot. Another double.
Yikes.
Marble. That was a great double kill over there, and a first round going in favor of Animus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, first round in. Got to give you a huge shout out. We appreciate you, Hitman, for coming through with the raid. We look forward to the semifinals action in North America later on tonight. Hope you enjoyed your stream as well, brother. First round in, Animus, they get the 1-2 punch there, lose the first blood, but they take down a demon and Etsy relatively early on, and we'll see if that damage comes back now. HBC does open up at first. Seiko is at a prime position, but is already being called out. Right now, you've got to go big. If you're in this enemy spawn site, you got to do it without getting peeked by Marvel right there, too. Yeah, he's already taking damage. Shark going to be able to put him out of his misery, and 1 for 1 we go. 30 seconds into the round. The hit not yet decided just yet. Bricks just trying to get a little aggressive with it. Look at Shark right there on the bottom side. Does manage to lock eyes, and that is a problem. Shark is out for blood, and you know it when he's in the waters. He is very hard to deny. As we see second round payoff, a minute into the round, 2-for-1 trades coming through. Marvel has been hit for half health, but the bomb is made way all the way towards the firing range site. And it is on to be hit. HBC here to shut it down. Gets some shots on Cathilla. Shuts down the trophy, but gets crossfired. And this Enigma team getting picked apart here early on in the search and destroy. 2 rounds in a row they're going to drop. Unless Inicio, oh my god, has anything to say about the follow-up.
Okay.
Brings them down to 1, but look at the wrap there for Marvel. There was just too many to deal with.
Yeah. And there was way too many for him alone to deal with because of Shark's interaction, right? You called it perfectly. My man smelled a drop of blood and immediately swam directly into all of them, getting, I think that was 3 kills that round, and it was near perfect. Now, round number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and keep an eye open because there's a head who's going towards B, and Brixta cannot stop that so far. And for some reason, the call out was, I don't know if that was not made, but no, finally they begin to rotate onto this area. A few nades are going to be dropped. A lot of damage onto Balance. Etsy is going to be the one holding up from the most. Finds a couple of enemies. Finds first blood yet again onto Balance, and a double with a jump shot onto Gathila. Great interaction now for Etsy, who continues to move forward. Now finds another enemy, and both get eliminated pretty much at the same time. A little bit of body shooting probably for Etsy, and that's exactly what's going to happen in here. Bomb is going to be defused. Bodies are going to be shot. And the first round in favor of Enigma is going to come through.
There we go. They were getting picked apart for the first 2. Round for success is you got to capitalize on these trades, and more importantly, you got to win these gunnies. Trades there for Bricks to come through tenfold. 4 left standing, no casualties after that bomb goes down. You can thank Etsy, who came through frying. Right now, payoff route through the smoke. We're looking at a little bit of a mid-side approach. Balance just trying to get his hands on somebody. Not unfortunate timing for him, but great timing for Denicio as he catches him right in the open. Right now, 1-for-1 trades coming through. Balance for Seku. Not necessarily loving the odds, but with Narcs getting dropped there, Bricks able to hold the fort there on the mid-site. We're starting to see now Animus getting predicted very well. Shark has been the go-to man for this one, as well as Marvel. As they combine for 10, Shark going to be able to find one to even us out, and that is the 2-for-2 trades. Minute 15 in the round. Making the way over, it's Marvel. He's trying to get the floodgates wide open, but he gets dumpstered. Bricksta gets the 2-piece. And Shark now 1-shot. And man, this one just kind of like quickly unfolded. Animus get picked left and right. And back and forth we've gone 2-for-2. It's been. We're tied up yet again, Gil.
Are indeed. And right now, you can only begin to question, like, why are we just selling donuts over here with both Gathila and Balance completely being shut down pretty much round after round after round, unable to truly have an impact in here. Marvel is definitely having an impact. Finds kill number 5 by eliminating Brickstyle, while Gathila eliminates the Nesio. So that is going to be breaking through one of the donuts and making it a breadstick. Gathila not only getting a kill, but also planting the bomb. Still going to be popped by Etsy. The next one to retake in there is Balance with a double. And all right, Balance and Gathila finally have a good round that definitely helps solidify yet another advantage going in favor of Animus. But they cannot be feeling that comfortable. They got to make sure that they are keeping up to the task, because if they don't, we've seen already what Enigma is capable of.
All right, we've seen what Enigma has been capable of. Obviously, that round was just too much sauce that Animus brought to the table. Hit marker? That is not a hit marker. God dang, Marvel. Cooking them right there. Brickset HBC follow up with another, but Marvel is not missing right now. Man on a mission. He needs to find 2 more now as we've dropped this round in a 2v2. Bomb is going to go down, and here comes the post-plant setup. Marvel looking to get a lot of retail space. Catches Bricksta out in the open, and it's all on Denicio. Read like a book. He's already going to be called out. The jump shot is going to be able to shut down the Titan of Terra. Marvel is down. Denicio from the top rope. Rounds the corner. Almost catches Gathila. But almost doesn't count here in Call of Duty Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. It's either you did or you didn't. And guess what? Gathila did. Denicio didn't. We flip sides. 4-2. Leads in the hands of the side of Animus. Will they run away with this one, Gil?
Yes, sir. Now, like you mentioned, flipping spawns, and now on defense, we're going to see the side of Animus. First blood with a nade. It's going to be for Saiku. Then Marvel is pushing really, really forward through mid. Sniper in hand, and also the Shorty. Lands 1 shot, Shorty in hand now, but HBC was already ready for that push. Takes that kill for the 1-for-2 trade in favor of Enigma now. You still have control over the bomb, and that's going to be in the hands of Etsy. Etsy with 5 kills. Denisio now with 8. Great sniper shot there at a distance. Then Brixta still pushing forward towards Alon. Finds an enemy, and with a pistol in hand, gonna fade that kill onto Balance. Gothila with a retake. Not gonna be enough though. 1v4 scratched onto 1v3, but bomb is being planted right now. Gothila was not ready for what was coming there. A little bit of poor timing, but at the same time, even if he was looking at the same at that same door, both entered so well timed together that I don't think it was possible for Gothila. So Enigma bringing home the first offensive point in their way, and well, they are trying to overcome that differential now.
Yeah, they are right now. They're bridging the gap. It's only one more round. Getting some real estate invested here on the B site. Well, guess what? Marvel is also opening up with some crispy shots. Does find the first blood. Denisio. Pound for pound, Marvel is just better at this particular moment. We'll see if you could bounce back next round, as you're going to need it for this team to survive. Every time I've seen this team thrive in Search and Destroy, it's on the backs of either Brixa having a really great game or Denisio. Right now, they're having pretty decent games. They're going to need all hands on deck for this one. Balance, though, able to find his 4th. Etsy shutting him down. 1 for 2 trades. And stuck inside of the woods site now is where we will find Enigma. They have not found any kind of ground outside of it. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for those shots to come through, you lost both of your best snipers, Etsy. So Etsy, though, has been very, very clutch with anything that they have picked up, whether it's a Holger or a CBR. Let's see if you can find anything here with the Lotus Flame CLQ. Not necessarily seeing anything they like. Still stuck in that wood site, Gil. This one might be another round that just kind of gets by here for Enigma and Anonymous, profiting off of finding too early on. Only 30 seconds left to go. They've got to make a decision.
Definitely those 2 kills took a huge impact on the mentality for this round on the side of Enigma. Completely unsure onto what to do, but as you mentioned, they gotta do whatever, but they gotta do it now. Right now, finally pushing through Along, there's gonna be Etsy. Etsy, the upfront player, will begin to go aim for a potential bomb plan. I think he's in a great spot to do so, and that's exactly what's going on. But there's no trophy system, so you gotta be cautious. You gotta be careful. Shark, he's gonna push through. Shark, I'm telling you, the second you guys give him a taste of blood, he's unstoppable. And with a triple kill in that diffuser, there's another point going in favor of Enigma.
Look, I've heard of wingmen. I've heard of wingmen. I've heard of assists. But that right there, my friend, I've never seen a tee-off that was better. Marvel gets the hell of a flash chuck or a stun chuck right onto the site. And just so lucky that Shark was there to pick up the kills after capitalizing. The nade shot to start off this one. Marvel's the wingman. This time, Shark's the front man, able to find 2 before he goes. Very well assisted from the last round now. Is Marvel actually going to get a little too big for the push now as they're getting aggressive. Things starting to get a bit out of hand. Balance able to find a 2-piece of his own. It's all down to Etsy, Gil.
All hands down. This player has been the one having usually the most impact, but when you're in a 1v3, there's only so much you can try to attempt to do. And in this fight, though, I gotta say, I gotta add, it took him a while, but Balance is definitely doing a whole lot better. You know, right now, 7 kills in for him. He's gonna secure another point going in favor of Animus, and they are now in a map point situation yet again in favor of Animus. Balance going deep in through mid. He's gonna find Etsy, goes for the kill, finds it immediately there. Everybody's dying at the same time. Balance 2. 1 for 3 trade in favor of Enigma. This may not be the last round anymore, but still, with Marvel snipes, anything can happen in here.
Anything can, yeah. 2v4. Bombs down. They have yet to pick it up. They're looking for it. Obviously, you've got 2 very scary snipers on the opposite side of the map, and with the intel that they've got, they know that Marvel has been holding down the A site. They'll take their odds and roll over toward the B site, where we assume, and they assume, that Narcs is there. Their assumptions are right. First blood in. He's going to be good for 1. He's got the bomb heady. He's good for 2. Marvel, though, looking for the cleanup. He's got to clear this 1 player out on the backside of Wood. It's Brixta. But the bomb has been dropped yet again. Collected now by Sekou. And what he does with this bomb is going to be astronomical to the round. Marvel, the backstab there on Brixta. They might have done it. Chat, this might be it. Sekou trying to get the bomb plant down safe and secure. Marvel taking a long route. He's clearing all odds and ends. surely now he's going to know that bomb has made its way over to the B site, and with the reposition from where he was at from the last time, the known location, he could be anywhere on the map, Gil.
CBR in hand, he's pushing forward. Saiku, the only one alive. No, Saiku, he's not over there. Marvel is behind you. And look at him go. You're showing them moves now. Just proving to us all that he is the GOAT MVP, undisputed. The bomb is going to be defused. The 7-3 comes through. Verdict, that's another victory in favor of Animus. And they continue to just roll these doves in their way. Incredible. Marvel, though, alongside with Shark, definitely impressive. And also that churn of events for Balance as well. It was just way too difficult. I feel like once Balance just grabbed the pace of what was going on in here, it became way more hard for the side of Enigma.
Yeah, I think Balance needs to realize he's a crash dummy, okay? If you're not throwing your body to these guys as live bait for, you know, Marvel and Narcs and Shark and Godzilla to thrive on, there's probably not going to be a great search and destroy round. Notice how the game progressed and we started to see Balance get a lot more aggressive. He's trying to fill that role that Grizz was that guy. He was the one who just, I mean, he didn't wear a helmet at all. He just ran right to the spawn. He wanted to get as much intel and take down as many bodies as he needed to. Balance started to adapt into that role. I think it kind of fits and suits him well. Obviously, outcome here, 7-3. It was a baller of a performance there for the side of Animus. 13 on board for the man himself. He's a very tall young man. I gotta say, Marvel, you look good with the snipes as well as with the dribbles as well. Kind of solid emote there. I need to get my hands on that one. Sharp at 11-3 for Godzilla. He was your objective player though. 4 plants to go along with it. 8 for Balance on the flip side of things. Didn't have much outside of Etsy and Denicio, and I think Bricksta kind of, you know, started off a little hot and then finished off a little cool.
Okay, well done once again for Enigma. And a really difficult situation could unfold now for the side of Enigma. They're moving on to Control. I'd like to check where or which side the side of Enigma is gonna be at. You've mentioned it day in, day out. It's not always, it can't always be just the side that's important, but it's also your ability to defend. But this time around, Verdict, not only are they losing 2-0, not only have they lost control of this best of 5 series, Animus, they're gonna be the ones on blue first here on standoff, and I cannot think of a worse scenario right now for Enigma.
There we go. I don't know how this one's gonna pan out. Again, it's on a map that we don't necessarily feel. Maybe this is a little bit more. If we had a little bit more statistics on standoff as a whole, we kind of have a better gauge. From my times casting it, it's not as lopsided as Takeoff. It's certainly not as lopsided as Slums either. I feel like if you've got a great strategy on attack, you can win rounds. But, ultimately, you got to win your gunfights. But more importantly, you got to find a sound strategy that's going to work for your team on the attacking side, with Enigma being on the attacking side for the first round. If it does go to a round number 5, we are going to see them on a 5th round. They're going to have to find success on attack at some point. What's it going to be?
In Chad.
Everybody's reading Balance, bro. Come on. It's not about you, Balance.
My IGL tells me not to push. Sorry, bro.
they tell you not to push?
Oh. Yeah, that's what he said. Kind of odd, though. Like, he was pushing
he was. Yeah. I mean, and think about it. That Stamina team that was so talented last year, they thrived on 2 players who did that consistently. You had an entry fragger and Drari, that you had, a liability in Grizz, that crash dummy player, that role that, hey, look, I don't care whatever I got to do. I just want to get this round over with. I'll get you all kind of intel just by pushing spawn. I'll tell you exactly where they are to the, to a T, right?
Yeah. Absolutely have to agree. 1 second. This thing is not loading for me. All right. Yeah, we're all set. Game number 3. We already mentioned it is on stand up. It is Control, the left side, the blue side, the defensive side It is going to be given first in the hands of Animus. So, ladies and gentlemen, moment of truth. Ticket.
Not happening.
God, never mind.
You got the same case of verdict earlier on, bro. God, it feels so bad. It's like, hey, like we wanna just like cue the moment for it to be like perfect, right? We just wanna, go down in like casting histories. Man, that was just such a great setup to a amazing game number 3 where we started to see Enigma to come back, take a set game 4, and all of a sudden the opponents quit match. You're just like, well, I'll also hope. I don't even remember what I was saying.
Alright, well, we must now wait to see what is going on, and hopefully that won't take too long for us to get back into. So, in the meantime, what are we to expect on this one? It is a standoff, it is Animus there first on defense. So, in your mind, verdict, what would be a perfect scenario for Enigma to try to solidify the possibility of us going further on this series, and instead of just getting controlled and dominated by Animus?
Can I pinpoint it, or do I have to? Can I be broad in my statement? Can I just say, hey, these are a few things? Okay, so I'll be broad with it. Off the rip, you've got to find some kind of success here in your first round. It can't be a complete disaster. Whether it be how are you going to find that line to be in later rounds? Like it has to be some form of success for long-term win. Right now, it's going to be their first attacking round. We're going to see how they handle it. Predictions have been made. We said that Animus have looked good in this series. We predicted that they should take the series, but this Enigma team has been putting up quite a little bit of a fight. They've been scrapping, and Etsy dropping those 40 bombs in the game 1. Expected to see it'll be a little bit closer here in the Search and Destroy, but it wasn't. Right now, they are in a spawn trap of death. Balance and Shark, they are all the way up in it, man, and it does not look like they want to give it up.
Not at all whatsoever. Such a
yikes!
Continuously going their way. Look at that. Now Nox is already onto enemy spawn. Now he's hiding behind this tank, gonna push forward, finds the kill. HBC merely goes for more blood. He's hurt. There's people up above and finds Etsy, finds the kill, goes for the double. No, finally Saiku is gonna stop him, but already the kill differential, the time only 30 seconds, and look at that. Shark is once again smelling blood, but in here there was way too many people for him to try to deal with. Now there's gonna be the attempted push through the right side, but he's gonna be completely shut down by Balance. Right now 6 kills for Balance, and the control continues. Only 15 seconds left. The only one close to potentially getting inside of a kill could be here Brickster. Brickster will hope they're gonna find one, gonna go for 2, but no. Narcs barely surviving, finds the kill. The control is still in the hands of Animus, not allowing. Did they even get inside of the objective?
No.
At all?
Their first wave crashed, sent back to the spawn, and before we knew it, it was Cathella and Shark enabling and spawn trap. And this is what is so gruesome about maps like this. I mean, it's not a very big one. It's once you get into the area of the spawns, it is very, very hard to get these players out. Right now, it's the chance for Animus to queue in and see what they can do now, as they've got the attacking strats. That last round was over before it started. Let's see if they can make something happen here on their first initial attacking round. 4 kills in their favor now as the 4th does go through. Denicio able to get the trades there on 2, but it's a full wipe down as Cathilla. Yet again, he's back to it. He's wanting to spawn trap on any side. Right there, might have gotten a little too, too aggressive and paid the price, but a little bit of map control here from Marvel could go a hell of a long way if they can continue to get this hit over towards the A site and then also put some pressure onto the spawn site.
They already broke through in the side of Bravo. Shark with a triple kill. Nox using the Sparrow at a distance. No one can go through that door. Completely controlled by the hands of Animus. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought that there could be more of this best of 5 series, but it's just not looking pretty for Enigma. After that game 1, and after that first half on Search and Destroy, they've been missing a lot of true control in here. And right now, control is what they need the most. And if they're not getting it, Marvel through the smoke trying to capture Bravo. There's Denicio with his own Annihilator, gonna find a couple more with it. Still has a few more in the chamber and lands that at a distance. Still controlling Denicio now with a holder, gets an assist and a hunter killer drone in hand. And all of a sudden, with this Denicio play, collective play by the hands of Enigma, they do have the opportunity to actually find the point here on defense. Another kill for Denicio, gets spotted at a distance by Marvel. The timer is gonna be dropped down to about 30 or so seconds. The bread missile gonna be caught and landed onto a kill by the hands of Denicio. Verdict, there's the situation where Enigma could take this one, but at the same time, it is just still not gonna be easy for them to find it. They gotta make sure that they get the kills as safely as they can.
Yeah, safely as they can. 20 seconds left to go on the clock. Put 2 ticks of progress on early into the B site. Enigma holding off for dear life now as we've got a 7-7 life count. Very, very convincing first round of defense, followed up by a little bit of a questionable one after the first rounds of hits. Kills coming through. Right now we're playing for trades. It's an extended TDM at this point. Nobody hopping the hill there. Finally, we do get to see it. It's coming down to 4v4. Sharks here on the B side. One is on the A side. Shark is shut down. The lifeline down to 2 apiece as Bricksta finds one. Godzilla, he's going to go ahead and hop it. This is it. This is the paper play. This is the trick. This is the play. Extending the round there to get that A-cap in. He's got the paper playing up, and he's got the claw up as well. Sekou, look at the positioning. He might be able to spoil it.
Right now, Godzilla running out of time for the clock, completely denied any sort of control. Sekou still with the board machine, has not been spotted, but the shot finally was made. Godzilla knows coming. Oh, manages to shoot. The trade is gonna be there, one on each side. Denicio barely surviving in here, trying to hide, both having a shorty in hand. The push is there, but Denicio will shut it down. I thought that the movement was gonna be enough, but by him missing that shot, Denicio took the opportunity to make it his own.
Yo, you can see it like in Denicio's, like the way he just slowed down the aim. Like in that moment, he was like, I can't miss. I gotta put on for the team. Like you could just feel it in that moment. The way that he held the shot for so long, he knew how impactful this round was gonna be. A little bit of a second life now. Tac 5's pop for Etsy. We'll see if they can get out of the spawn trap. It's 3 in the feed. Oh my god. These boys over at Animus, they are not letting their foot off the pedal. And a complete wipe back to the spawn, back to the drawing board. What are they going to be able to brew up something new? Finally able to win some gunfights out of their spawn site initially, but I mean, it's like one wave after one wave. It's just so tiresome and very, very demoralizing. You got to find some kind of success here, though, and it's got to come quick, Gil.
Breaking here, 22 to 20, 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. The opportunity to get inside of Alpha, but they are, I want to secure this area first. Let's see if they do break that inside. CPR in hand, no. Gets spotted by Shark, no control, no momentum, but this time they take the opportunity to go over on Bravo. So let's see how long Denicio holding here. Boxes bought from behind. There's Godzilla. Every single attempt to control these objectives on the side of Enigma completely shut down every single time. Does not matter what they're trying to do. 20 seconds left, and that is being the biggest impact in here. Etsy finds a couple of kills. They're already spawn trapping again, and it's not only that they're spawn trapping, Verdict, but the fact that so early on they deny the opportunity to get inside of the objectives, that it constantly puts more and more pressure over the shoulders on the side of Enigma, who are only with a few lives left. But the time is all that matters on this round. Another point going in favor of Animus, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the last round. This could be the last game. So, Verdict, why don't we go ahead and do a quick listen in on one of these two?
Let's go ahead and jump in with Animus. They've got the recipe for success. Let's see if they can close it out.
Statue.
Bottom grandma, so bottom grandma. One's bottom grandma, right?
Come again. J'arrive, je vais regarder ton back.
Statue, they push me.
Je regarde, je l'ai.
One broken knocks.
Dead.
Nice, good shit.
I'm
gonna push.
On site.
Give
Two boxes.
Spawn trap. Just spawn trap.
Mark it. One on B.
Tableau.
Tableau, last one.
Tableau, yeah.
I think they're gonna come from.
Just spawn.
It's
I'm gonna go be fuck it.
Pieces.
I'm gonna be try to come back.
Pieces.
One tap. He jumped out the window. Window blue. He jumped back
I
out.
don't see him.
One statue.
I don't see him. Top blue stairs.
Statue, they got take 5 dead.
Top blue, he's going top blue.
Statue derrière Marvel.
Ah mais partout.
Top blue dead.
Go for grannies. They have 2 on B.
Garde on the boxy side.
Nah,
Garde on the boxy side. Pushing daily.
Statue behind you on the sword.
50
Maybe
seconds.
roof, Marvel. Maybe roof.
Okay, a little frustrations here as now the spawn trap is enabled, but look at this. This is night and day performance here, Gil. Look at this. Animus already got 2 ticks of progress, also a B or an A tick of progress, 2 as well, so 3 to be exact, but not necessarily a full point captured there as the contest comes through. Cathilla going to be able to reap 3 in the feed, extending that map control now as the spawns a little bit flipped there for the side of Enigma. They're trying to get out of their spawn as well, and Cathilla, he's just trying to have a field day of kills under his belt.
Absolutely, already 20 under his belt, and now with the Annihilator, keep an eye open for him. Let's see how much damage he can do right now. Gonna miss the first shot, gonna land the second one onto Marvel, barely doing so, but right now he's trying to go for Alpha. No, Alpha's gonna be taken, missing another shot. Benicio not taking the value that Annihilator could have been given. Right now, Alpha's gonna be captured. 1 more tick over on Bravo, but I don't think it's gonna come down to the objective. It's gonna come down to the live. 7 to 6, no 5 now in the side of Enigma, trying to survive, trying to defend. Another double kill for Benicio. Saiku with a Vortex Machine will drop dead at Verdict. There's not a whole lot they can do. Cathilla, the opportunity to go for more. They are trying to defend. There's 2 on the inside and 1 on the outskirts of it. The one outside is going to be Bricksta. Bricksta in here losing complete control of what's going on. Tries to back out and manages to do so, but still, there's another enemy already aiming. Locked down at her. Another round in favor of Animus. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. There's no more. GG. Well played. Verdict. I thought we were gonna go further here tonight for the first match, but Animus is like, you know what? I got things to do. I got places to be. Let's just go. Let's just roam with a 3-0 and call it a night.
Yeah, so one of those players got to go fix one of those Feastables cleanups at Walmart. Obviously, those guys just have too much fun. They got too much on their plate. They want to go ahead and get back to regular life and living it to the fullest. Obviously, we're starting to see Animus. They're the best in EU for a reason. One of the best. Still got to see the other teams come through for the next challenge now, but this isn't the end of the ropes or in the lines here for Enigma. This is, them chance to cash out on a 3rd place bronze matchup on Tuesday. Obviously, Animus, they've cashed their ticket out. They're heading to the main show on Tuesday themselves. They're going to be playing the grand finals. Who, might you ask, they will be playing? I don't know. We'll take a look at the post-action report. We'll kind of break down what we got ahead of us. 29 and 15 for Cathilla. He was cooking. Shark right there along with him. This tag team duo inside the spawn trap. You do not want to be on the opposite end of that gunfire. 23 for Marvel as well. And on the flip side of things, you had an Etsy who cooked all series long, including the Hardpoint and that control, as well as the Denicio who started to pick up the slack. But again, it just wasn't enough. Those teams, this team in particular, Animus, they're good for a reason, right? They know the recipe for success. Yeah. We're going to take it back to the host desk. Recipe for success. Break it down for us, Deanna. Talk to us. That series, how great was it as a, as a Call of Duty mobile spectator and as also a slightly partial fan to Animus? Just slightly.
Slightly, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, it was very good, right? I'm starting to become an Enigma fan too, I think it's time to become an Enigma fan because they are playing very, very good, right? Obviously, going against a team as Animus will always be hard, but they played so good. We started with Hardpoint, even if they lost, right? Enigma, they still played it very good. We started with the P1 who was slightly in their favor, right? They were actually holding very good spawns, very good control, right? But on the map as Slum, it's quite hard, especially that P1, right? It's all about this transition to P2, and that was flawless on the side of Animus, right? P4 was locked by Enigma, and that was a good lock. They dropped the Predators, they pick up some points, and in the first set of heals, the games were actually close. Was close, the points were close, right? Moving into the second set of heals, it was the same. We had good control on both teams, right? The gunfights were slightly better on the side of Animus, but Enigma still kept it up, right? In the third set of kills, score streaks were dropped, and the P2 was locked by Animus, who had the spawn, and therefore they actually got the points very, very fast that they needed. We did have Balance being the MVP on the side of Animus, 39 kills, but on the side of Enigma, it was actually Etsy who dropped 44 kills. He was the one who was leading the lobby with the kills. He was frying in that game, and his teammates too, right? They did good. Now moving into the S&D, it's very hard again when you go against a team as Animus. They were like we always say they are very good in S&D, but Enigma is good too, so they tried to keep it up. We started with them being on the defending side, but they lost it. But after they lost, right, they managed to get another round, so we were kind of going back and forth until at some point Animus started to get the lead, and they managed to actually win. Marvel had some amazing shots, right? We did saw Shark running around and getting the kills, so therefore it was a good S&D for them. Marvel was the MVP with 13 kills. And now in the control, we started with the defense on the side of Animus. They played it very aggressive. The point was not even touched by Enigma players, right? They couldn't get out of the spawn for a long time. The point was not touched, so therefore we did have a fast first round. But in the second one, Enigma tried and kept it close, right? We did had a 2v2 at the end. It had, I think, Denisio and Psycho at the end, and Denisio managed to win it. That was a good shot. And they got the round in their favor. But after that, the third round was a copy-pasta from the first one. Animus played it as well, very good. Managed to get the win, and the fourth round and the rest one was quite close too, but Animus managed to win. I think it was, I don't know, 7-3 and at some point or something like that. So they kept it very close, you know. So therefore, Animus won, and Gutev was the MVP with 29 kills. But again, Enigma is such a good team, and they did very good playing against a team as Animus will always be hard. And we did saw other teams losing against them, but I feel like Enigma kept it kind of close, you know. So definitely, I'm gonna start cheering for Enigma more.
Absolutely, they definitely earned a lot of respect. That rotation. Maybe not the Search and Destroy performance was their best, but that Hardpoint was a valiant effort. The control, I mean, what much more can you do? It's Animus we're talking about, and they just have a way of just slipping through any and every kind of obstacle and making themselves known inside of a spawn trap. So very tough, best of 5 to unfold in just 3 maps.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, Code Mobile and Gorilla, and we're gonna be back for the second matchup of tonight. Hi guys, and welcome back. We did have a short break, but we are back for the second and the last matchup of tonight. It's gonna be Kings versus 117 Not Found. But before that, guys, if you didn't check or didn't catch the first part of the series, right, the first part of the broadcast, you can go and sub to the channel, right, the YouTube channel. I think Verdict has a comment in the chat, and you can go on the YouTube, I think your YouTube channel, right, Verdict, or and they can actually watch the stream back if they cannot watch it on Trovo. But I just wanted to remind this because I used to say it last season, and this season kind of lost it, so I was like, I'm gonna say it at the end, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think it's aware, like it. What I will say is it takes me a little bit longer to get these videos up than normal from last season. Last season was like 30 minutes after the broadcast, they were up. This season, we added a few more elements, and we picked up some more sponsors, and said sponsors have videos that are, how do you say it? They violate copyright protocol. So I have to make sure I get those proper edits in before they go live. I don't want my channel to get struck or anything like that, or any of that regard. But if you are watching on YouTube right now, we appreciate you. Hit that like button, drop a subscribe, tell your friends about it. Obviously, Mobile Mayhem has been a staple part of the Call of Duty mobile community for as long as I can remember, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, going anywhere. Well, we're probably gonna go after this broadcast.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was joking, obviously. But you know what? We are back. Kings versus 117 Not Found. And can you go over the map selection?
Absolutely. We are going to start this one off on a beautiful Hacienda Hardpoint. I always do that. Gil, you just kind of like spoil it for me. I always mix up the map and the game mode every time. And I just wanted to say Search Destroy, but I think it's because I like it on Search and Destroy. But it is going to be Hardpoint Hacienda to start us off. Firing range, Search and Destroy for game 2. Takeoff for Control. Standoff for that 4th map, and if it does go the distance, we will be heading to Slums for Search or Destroy game number 5. And I know why Deanna's dancing now. She's celebrating. She's jumping up and down. I cannot get her to sit down. It's because of the map ban. Summit. Thank God they banned Summit. That map is atrocious. And of course, they I mean, I don't know why they would do this, but they banned the beautiful Hollywood Hills of California and Raid. But yeah, I agree with you, Deanna. Summit is a gruesome map to watch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you see what I did there, Gil? Yeah.
No. It's supposed to be like against Gil. You cannot back up now.
Oh, yeah. Look, I got guns pointing at everybody. Hold up. There we go. Pow, pow, pow. It's everybody for themselves. It's free for all.
Oh damn! I feel betrayed. I feel backstabbed. It's like
you're still my River Town buddy.
You get distracted. You're gonna feel the heat by Verdict. You say like.
Oh damn!
I'm not as harsh as Day. Okay, I'm not harsh as Day.
Yeah. True. That's true. But yours, I don't know how you say it in whatever. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know. But yeah, Chad, don't come after me. I was about to say it in my language, but yeah, I'm actually very excited for this matchup. Gilmania, do you have any predictions?
For this one, I don't know, man. On the last one, I thought that we could go further. On this one, I feel like although Kings had a few downs for a few moments throughout the season, the majority of it was just pure dominance. On the side of 117, yeah, they did a great job last time on Mobile Mayhem Europe, but I think that there's a chance for us to have another 3-0. Honestly, I feel like there's the
fight word skill
for the side of Kings.
Man, this is Spanish connection, my guy. This is Spanish connection. I thought, you know,
true. No, I mean, I love
Spanish.
Them. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I love 117, but I am just not sure.
Okay, I am going to say I agree with you. I think Kings have the upper hand in this series, but what I will not agree with is we will see past a game 3. I mark my words right here. Believe it in my best Naruto voice.
Yes.
And I am so lame for that one. But you guys get it. I literally, Kings is on the brink of greatness. But if you recall back to the series that they beat 117, they had Grizz in the lobby. Now, I'm not saying Grizz is the game changer because, you know, at times Grizz can be a bit sporadic, you know, a bit wild and hard to contain. But that's why Grizz is so great. It's a problem for other teams to deal with. Now, the counterpart is you've got a stacked damn Kings team. This is probably one of the best teams I've seen put together and a powerhouse in EU. And if we're talking about them competing, I mean, there's a likely chance that we see a 3-0, but I just have so much more faith in the Spanish connection.
I agree with you. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see 5 games. We're gonna see 5 games, and you know what? I'm very happy. You know why? Kings, you banned Raid. I'm a fan. But yeah, both teams are in the lobby, guys. I'm gonna be back after this matchup's gonna end. Bye.
Bye. All right, Gil. Predictions made.
Right.
I will probably get roasted if they do happen to 3-0. Not by you, by chat. No, you know what? I'm not going to get roasted. If it happens, it happens. I'm taking the heat. I want 117 to be as great as they were, that I thought that they were in the back of my head when the season started. They look so damn good, Gil, right?
Yeah, I mean, the players, the names, it's like, I'm 100% sure that they are capable of doing a whole lot more than what they did across the season, but they didn't, and it's like the part that makes me doubt everything.
There's always that little bit of doubt. Maybe they can come through and make us forget about what happened in the regular season. This is playoff time. Anything can happen. Right now, it's P1. We know that's happening. That is for damn sure. We'll see the hill pop now as 50 seconds on the clock. Who's going to take advantage of it? Off the rip, it is going to be 117. They're trying to get as many bodies on it, but it is the Kings. They prevail. They clear the hill. They get the time as well. In a back-and-forth effort we go now. As both sides tops control. Both teams just... I mean, you go from one spot to the next, they are there.
Right. Well, the only one who manages to survive all of that chaos is going to be Karma. The only one who is yet to die from the inside of this water fight. Nope. Gonna be spotted there by King Inferno. Would you look at that? I just realized that King members are now Kings, right? Like, that's new on the... Okay, cool.
Does that mean, is this an official now? They're officially Kings?
I guess.
They should have made like a crown emote in their name or something like that. I think that would have been a little bit more like... I don't know how you would do that. I don't think emotes are allowed in names, but if you were able to craft like...
I'm not sure if it's possible, but it is. Do it.
Yeah, do it. Right now, we're doing it. We're heading over to P2. It's a split game, 23-21. Things getting heated up here. But it's a garage rotation. Who's going to be there to save it? Right now, the back spawns are getting locked down by Kings. Might have given away a little bit of a slip seam, though. Saturn's the last hope. He's going to be able to find one through the connector site. And into the ballroom, these players come through. It is going to be the connector we see broken. Is it going to be enough, though? Derek's there. As we see the first wave. They are getting shut down, and Kings, they remain with their crown on. Karma, the last hope. Not happening there. It's a 1v2 inside the hill. Number still prevailing here for the side of Kings as they open up with a little bit of an advantage.
All right, okay, right now, Inferno about to produce that Predator missile. Oh my god, everybody getting pried through that door. The Derox, I was about to say the missile, but no, that was last game. Derox there, definitely got the kill that he wanted, but still not going to be there. Still with things under control. And here, 10 more seconds, everybody begins to rotate to the next area. First up is going to be both Raid alongside with Karma. Karma is going to be the one getting the better end of the stick. Now, there's the long push by both Inferno and Rasmo. The nade kill and the Holger. Pretty much everybody using a Holger now in the side of Kings. And, alright, you know, doing a really outstanding job. The rotations out there. Once again, Lucky will be using this M2. Not having the same impact that Lucky was having on the Hardpoint last time.
No, definitely not. Not having much of an impact at all. As a matter of fact, he's kind of been a little stagnant with it. He's sitting on 5, and I think he's sitting negative, almost negative times 2. 5 and 9 stat line right now. You're going to have to make some adjustments. He is going to be the outlier. It is a party full of Holgers. And everybody has brought their gunnies to this P3 site now. 20 seconds left to go. Kings looking to capitalize. Oh, Nor just putting them in the blender. Putting them on full max as he chops them up. 15 seconds left for grabs. If you were on the side of 117, there is no doubt in my mind you need all this time to kind of put yourself back together now as we start to head over to the P4 site. Kings, they're already there in numbers. Derek's there trying to make the full-on rotation. You can't even get capitalization on the scraps. So right now, Kings are making you look silly here in this hardpoint. 60-point advantage, damn near rolling into it. We're starting to see the rock formation. Is it going to be the rock rotation shut down here for the side of Kings? It's starting to look like a little bit of a Doppler or a snowball effect. This 117 team just not having very much luck on any of these hills.
Derek's can change that out with the Purifier, finds kill number 1, but does not realize that there was an enemy to the right or more. Getting that kill, the control is still in the hands of the side of 117, but I'm not too sure if it's gonna be enough right now. They only allow Derek's once again here with the Holger, will not be able to survive. The fight continues there on the inside of point number 3, and that's the best we've seen so far in the hands of the 117 members. The Spanish Connection using pretty much every single bit of utility they were holding. The only one who didn't was Caesar with that claw, but you know, 10 seconds left. Finally, they get some seconds in, but it could still be problematic if you are just picking up crumbs from the ground. At some point, that difference in the point department is going to be increased more and more deeply, and potential comeback for them could be way more difficult for the 117.
Yeah, Spanish Connection, they have yet to deny the Kings. The Kings don't eat crumbs. They leave them. And right now, they're trying to get a little bit of a maximization here on the P1 reset. Now, a little bit about a 30-plus point lead. It could have been worse. I think Kings could have done a little bit of a tidier job on the P4 side, but 117's got that dog in him. We'll see if they can continue to fight back now. As P1 site wide open here for the grabs. It's Raid. He's got 10 on board. He's got shots left and right. Lucky's going to be able to shut him down. Up top he goes, looking for the options for the spawn sites. Backside office, not there. Where could they be? Checking off every point of command. There they are on the hill. He's going to be able to get involved, and that is massive now as we start to see the rotations over to P2. It's going to be a very, very long-winded one here for this comeback for 117. Right now, Kings, they're in prompt position. They need to get the rotation over here, but right now they got a little bit of a cushion. They can afford to take for a retake.
Yeah, they can right now. 113.76, ladies and gentlemen. A few scrub seconds there picked up by, I think that was Spy, but rotation already been made. Karma on the inside of this Barrage kind of sight. Karma just waiting for someone to be spotted through the wall. No, it's killed immediately. Not the control that they were hoping for. Now Saturn completely on his own through the smoke. Tries to survive. Not gonna be possible. And the immediate retake in favor of Kings, who are just frying. Look at those 32 verdict, 32 kills for Inferno. He's no longer all Inferno. He's changed that talent right now. He is frying with the new name now. 100 killer drone gonna be dropped. No mercy for him. Straight to the face.
Oh.
Disrespectful, man.
Oh my, right in the kisser. Raid there, gonna add some more fuel to the fire. The Sparrow's not gonna be enough for the third. It is Lucky who comes through and cleans out the hill. Now he's got a little perimeter control. May not be the best gun of choice here in a lobby full of Holgers, but he's making the best of it. Saturn, so he's got a pocket-sized Holger, making the rotation over to New. Kings don't live off scraps, obviously. They get a majority of that break, and they get the scrap time to go along with it now. Heading over to the new rotation warehouse is where it's got to go down. You've got 50, 60, 70-point lead if we start to see things slip out of hands. We're going to go ahead and dive in. Can the Spanish Connection make something happen here? Let's find out.
Side.
Top table. Ani garage gauche. On pick him. Dead auto. Is Ani left side on you. Uno más, va al side. Jump in, Caesar. Side. Jump in, Caesar. Jump in.
I'm coming.
Uno side, derecha. Take one shot. Derecha, uno. Está haciendo pre-fire todo el rato. Respawneo Breeze. Ellos tienen que responder deep ahora.
Dead bot. I have tape. No one dead. Top table. Oh, chu.
Top table. Dead.
I'm in garage.
Gone.
One garage, one pushing top tip. Go new.
Still one shot, no pick up. Go new.
I'm pushing from pool.
Ayuda.
Vamos.
Oh, tres side.
One P1.
Push together. I'm in the
Behind. Vale, he's still in there.
I see. On you, is one shot. On you, one shot. Another one.
Dos.
Yeah, both one shot.
Dead uno.
All right, P4 rotation there. Comms a little bit hectic. Waiting for the coordination. They are finally going to get it here on the rock site. Karma there for the tag team here onto the objective to tack 5's pop. This is it. This is the moment. This is the comeback. This is where it all begins. As you heard the comms there, it was a rocky journey, I'll have to say, Gil. But they're hanging in there for all of dear life.
Absolutely doing as best as they can, but unfortunately still losing by 50 points in here. 30 more seconds. I'm looking at Karma swimming for dear life, but gets spotted by Rasmo. There's also the Purifier by Honor, just patiently waiting through the smoke, finds that kill onto Saturn's. Derek's West slide too far of that kill, but the control is still in the hands of the Kings. The Monarchy not about to be dethroned here now. Raid with a Jody, gonna find a double, turns around and a triple with the TBR, goes for the Quadra. Finally gonna be killed. My goodness, Raid, you may not be the one with the most kills, but that play was just insane. Ladies and gentlemen, almost 200 points there for the Kings, and nearly 100-point gap. It is just increasing more and more. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. If you are constantly on the back end of pretty much all of the kills, all of the points, although it's not fast, it is still going to be a lot at the end. And in here, Kings are making it rain on the members of one.
Yeah, they are. Raid indeed. Let's go ahead and tune in. We've heard the sounds of the Spanish Connection. Let's hear what that Monarchy sounds like now as we dive in with the side of the Kings.
Pull. Lobby side. I go side.
Top push is out dead.
Dead. Bottom pizza.
Bottom pizza, one top. Dead.
Rotate, Manex. Rotate pas driver.
Top pull, gagne. Guys, 3-0, boys.
Go new.
Watch bottom lobby, boys. Watch bottom lobby. They're gonna push through bottom lobby.
Driver one tap.
Yellow car.
Bro.
Ah, c'est un peu secret. Vamos pull, vamos side.
Driver 1 HP. He's behind the car.
Pull that. I can't see.
Lobby dead.
Ah, pull. Guys, on the right side. Secret. Nice, one more. Right side. Dead. Vamos.
Pure inside.
Nice, you got it. No. Only.
Hey, the last stand here is the garage site's locked down. 117, making things a little hectic now. This is not something that the Kings are used to. They have not been denied P2 all game long. 30 seconds into it, they're still knocking on the doors. Rasmo coming through one door. On the backside, it's Spy. Can they get the break? It gets one shot in, but it's not going to be enough. It is going to be a full hold here. 15 seconds left for scraps. And if you're Kings, you can afford to make this rotation through and brute force your way in and get some time off. More importantly, deny it for the side of 117, but also put yourself that much closer, and that's exactly what they did, Gil.
So right now, Derox is going to be straight on first to get into the next rotation. 172 points for 117. Let's see for how long they can defend in here. The kills are gonna come straight through in their favor. Kings not able to get inside. The claw was popped by Inferno. Not a single kill will be taken. The spawns are horrendous now on the side of the Kings, and they can put up a fort on the side of 117. Let's see if they do. The pressure continues. The only one alive there is gonna be Caesar, but pressure is just too overwhelming. On top of that, attack 5 will be introduced into the mix by the hands of Rasmo. 228. Kings closer and closer to success, closer and closer to the victory. The operators may not have had the impact that they were aiming for, but they are still doing a lot of the job now. Raid once again, now finding a double kill, gets spotted. The control for Spy, the seconds in, the time still getting higher. 16 seconds left for the side of the Kings, 54 on the hands of the players here for 117, but verdict is definitely feels like the beginning of the end. Does not matter how well, how good they are now trying to fight on the side of 117. It's just too late, man.
Yeah, it is. They're nickel and diming this last little bit of scrap time too, and only 6 seconds away from shutting this one down. Is it long live the King? Oh, we're gonna see the bounce back. It is very, very small error. Margin for error here for the side of 117. Spanish Connection trying to do everything he can. Holding on for dear life, gritting their teeth. They're in the trenches. They are holding on. It's down to Derox. The break looking inevitable. He's going to be able to find one before he goes, and that's it. The break is in. It's stuck. 3 seconds needed. It is a shutdown. The last push. All on to Saturns. He gets aggressive with it. He pays the price. Game 1, 250 to 201. The Kings here to play in this series, and they do not take this matchup lightly in game number 1. A very dominant first 2 sets of hills, followed up by, hey, you know what? We did all the hard work in the first 2. Let's go ahead and let's get some kills to go along with it for that round, or that 3 set, or the third reset to come along. And Inferno, my guy, I don't know what you woke up and decided to do today, but it had everything to do with violence. I just don't know what's going on in your mindset anymore. 53 kills. He was just frying today. oh so clinical. A minute and 13 on the hill as well as King Onur. Let's give him a crown too. The 5 kings are in the lobby, and they are sitting nicely and tightly on their thrones.
Yeah, I was about to mention onto that as well. And not only him, like the amount of kills of this game was crazy, was wild. Pretty much everyone but one player with a 30 plus numbers on their name. 53, like you said, for Inferno, but also Nor with 48. It was incredible to see how much kills happened on game number 1. But like you mentioned, although there was a bunch of kills, the control, the path that we were taking always felt to be in favor of Kings. At least it was now for Hardpoint. Let's see if there's a way for them to change it on the Spanish connection on Search and Destroy. I'm not too sure, man. You know, I feel like that Hardpoint was gonna be, could have a bigger impact on the remaining part of the series for 117, but by losing this one up already, you know, I sometimes want to choose to believe, but I don't know if I do right now, Verdict.
All right, well, believe it or not, it's right around the corner. It's the Search or Destroy. It could be a game changer based off what I've seen in the best of 5. We'll address it right now. The 117 map pick was for game number 2. This is a map that we have seen them play very, very well in very, very recent times. Kings, they look so good on Hacienda because that was their map pick. So I'm restarting my emulator. We're about to get geared up for game number 2. This one, if you mentioned, if it could be 2 3-0s across the board, we might be looking at a short day. And I'm okay with that if that's how it plays out. But I don't want to necessarily count out this 117 team. I mean, if you look at it, those later transitions look much better. The holds look much better, but they just got severely outplayed in the first 2 sets of hills. That it was just a map like Hacienda, man. It is so very hard to get back into it. It's very hard to make a comeback happen. And with the firing range map right around the corner, I could expect them to kind of like ride off of that success that they had towards the end of the rotations in Hacienda, and hopefully they can start off on the right foot here in the Search.
Well, Search and Destroy firing range, fellas. So, what do you all think? Do you guys agree with what has been said among us, or do you feel differently? You feel like there's gonna be some sort of surprise for us to see? Well, we are about to find out on this game number 2. Game number 2, Verdict. Let's go.
Yeah.
Straight up to it. Everybody's in. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Find out if there's any imposters among us as well now. Game number 2. Who is in it for the long haul? Who is in it to get beat early on? We've already had one best of 5 come to a quick end. Will this be a copy pasta of it, or will you control your destiny? First 6 rounds on the attack here for the side of 117 Saturns and Lucky, both with the gunnies there for the snipes. Looking for the first bloods. They cannot find anybody. On the flip side, you got Rasmo and Onur. Rasmo has been a nightmare to deal with in Search and Destroy. We're going to be on board with him. Onur actually opens up with the first blood. Maybe we should have chose him, but based off what we've seen in the past, I mean, it's kind of hard to deny King Rasmo, right? There it is.
B5 Verdict. Bomb still being carried by Caesar, but I don't know. Still defending in there is Spy. Spy just patiently waiting, holding his ground. In here, he's on the right track, so they don't have any clue that he's in here, but I think he heard them. Saw both of them, but not able to do too much in there. Few kills will be traded now, so 3 versus 3. And they immediately go to change strategies. Okay, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and look at Inferno. He's got a prime position, but I think he kind of realizes, hey, this is what's happening. We had a hit on B. They got 2 kills and they double back. Right now, Inferno not completely investing onto that B site, and that's the right play. You can see Derek's is just waiting. He's waiting to bait. Will it be taken? No, Inferno's too smart. The IQ is unmeasurable right now. The first bloods were in favor of the side of the Kings, but quickly striking back. It's 117. They're trying to get the bomb plant down. Onur, bacon and aid. Trophy not there to save anybody. Onur spoils the plot here on the A side. Inferno able to find the bloods there for the second. And Derek's now on the run, but can he get the job done? It's a 1v3. Does to find the first. Onur on the inside. Onur damn, that was disrespectful, man. The shorty and then the follow-up with a sniper? How does that happen? How do you allow Honor to do that?
You shouldn't. The reality is you shouldn't. But
You shouldn't, but it did. God. Now, I was watching it from the receiving end, and Derek's homie. I mean, did you run out of ammo? I can't even recall. I just remember seeing the doof from the first the shorty shot and the follow-up with the sniper. First blood's in. Oh my, they are pissed after that first round.
Oh my, indeed. I mean, no time to even breathe. So many kills, 5 to be exact, on the first 25 seconds of a game now. 3 versus 2, bomb is down. The first shot for Derek is going to be missed out of distance. There's Inferno, who gets spotted also by Karma. The only one alive is Spy, who finds the first blood onto Caesar. Immediately knows that they are probably going to be on A-long, and that's exactly what he's hoping for. But Derek finally will land that sniper shot, barely surviving that interaction, but managing to do it nonetheless. So they're gonna even numbers out. I think you said it perfectly. They were not happy about what happened last round. They were like, you know what? I don't care about nothing. No free, just fight. Let's go straight onto enemy's business. And it worked out for 117.
It did. You think Lucky, he has been the man to play him here with the snipes, though, as we see the trades come through 2 for 2 of these rounds are being escalated rather quickly. Onur, was that a collateral, homie? Was one wall bang and the other just lucky to connect? I can't even tell you. I was watching it from the receiving end, and it was disgusting. This one over before it begins. Yeah, and 2-1 lead. Kings quickly right back in the driver's seat, right back in command.
Man, the loading time of a game is even longer than how long that round was, ladies and gentlemen. It was just wild. It worked once for 117, but it didn't work twice. Let's see this time around. A few sniper shots and 2 down on the Kings department now. Pushing forward through mid is going to be Inferno, but gets spotted by Karma. Another one into the books for 117. Great job, Jesus Christ, great job done there for the players over on 117. Now Spy taking a lot of damage, but still managing to find the kill onto Saturn's. But Karma once again making it rain onto the opponent's 1v4. Bomb is now being planted by Caesar. So now looking pretty for Honor, and pretty polar opposite rounds, if you were to ask me. Like pretty black and white. It's either heavily for 117 or heavily for Kings. Now all of a sudden, 30 seconds left, and Honor is trying to go for a similar play that he did before, where he's winning a fight that he shouldn't, but this time around not gonna be the case. So we're even once more.
Or even once again. All's right. Balance in the universe here. Kings take 1 punch. Next round they take punch for themselves. We'll see who delivers the next one now, as we see jab for jab. We've gone 2 for 2 in the round category. 2 rounds left here. It's in even numbers. First blood in. It's Rasmo opening up. Nasty shot there. Lucky able to get shut down early on. And that is the player you need to take down here early on. He has been an absolute thorn in your side, thorn in your front, and your back. Now, not going to have to worry about him this round. Saturn's there trying to replace the role, and well, it's not quite getting the job done. No trades being made, but the hit over towards the A side might be, or B side might be fruitful. Caesar able to open up with 1. Spy now trying to retreat back, get some shots in. Derek's going to head for the hills. They're going to try and tuck back towards the A site. Or maybe just allow for a little bit of time to go by before they make their decision. Right now, you don't have too much time, as the minute's already passed. Karma's trying to get the front line there. Raid snaking it. Able to find 1, able to find 2. And just like that, the shots absolutely brutal here. It's being felt by 117. They are down to 2, and the numbers dwindling here as 4 players standing on the Kings. Can they get the job done?
They were rushing. They were running for their life and crashed head first onto the wall of Raid. Right now, they figured out on the side of 117 that B was sort of clear, but in the meantime, on the process, Rasmo is going to spot Caesar. Therox is going to drop dead yet again. That's another one for the side of Kings. I felt like that was Raid opportunity to shine. There was 2 people, he killed them both, and the side of 117 could not comprehend what just happened, what they just witnessed, and they lost complete control of that round. So Kings once again with the lead. I am now going with Inferno. Never mind, he's dead.
You thought he was safe. You thought it was. I watched it from Lucky's perspective. You were on board with Saturn or with Inferno. I was on board with Lucky. And the shot just peeled right through. I mean, it was like, hey, here's my head. Please take it. Do whatever you will with it. Now the Kings trying to bounce back. First blood. King lucky. He has been pivotal here. Is the success here for the side of 117. I mean, the Spanish Connection thrive off of him being alive and well. And right now he is doing both very, very great. Now, bombs are going to go down here at the B site. The hit is on. Onur trying to be the first point of contact now. Lucky. Are you lucky enough? Do you feel lucky? It does look like he's going to be lucky enough not to get challenged again, but Onur says, I'm not feeling it, homie. Those odds are not the way that I want to go out. And right now, you got to play your cards right. It's 4v5 retake. This hit needs to come. 25 seconds left to go on the clock.
A little bit of time for the Kings to try to go forward. It is a 3v3. Lucky. Definitely a little bit lucky there. That's not really pure skill, raw skill for him now. His allies are going to help him out. He was completely busy while trying to land a nade, and in the meantime, his allies destroyed everyone in their path. They're going to be dead even again. Verdict, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we are already back into square one, which is both with the same amount of points. But we flipped spawns this time around.
Yeah, we flip spawns. We're going to see who can do it better now. First blood comes through. It's Rasmo. Inferno's drop. King Spy there to pick up the slack. 2 for 2. These teams, like, checks and balances right now. Everything is looking even across the board. Even the score count. Rasmo now, he's trying to get dicey with it. He's put away the sniper. He says on the attack side, I got a sniper and a crossbow. But I don't necessarily need the DOQ to crutch on and make something happen. Raid. Doing it well with the gunny there as he wins the one through the walls. Derek's is dropped. 2 players left standing. It's Caesar and Saturn's left to pick up the pieces, and all 3 players left standing, they're inside trailer, homie. It's a party. Nobody else invited. Matter of fact, Caesar gets spotted. He's dropped. Now it's all on Saturn's. Was very stagnant for a moment, but this 1v3 retake, you've got a switchblade. You've got to find something for range here. He's looking for it. Not finding much. Getting some shots in, but they are like BBs connecting onto Rasmo. Those bullets not necessarily doing the damage he needs. And there it goes around Kings. They take control yet again on top of the board.
All right, back into control, but let's see if they can tie it up once again. It's like a ping pong deal, just 1 for 1 in here. Every single time we see a point for Kings, right after we see the retake on the side of 117, and maybe it could be the same. Karma has the first blood, and they are now going to be heavily defending the A side. Ooh, still not going to be enough. 2 kills there. No, 3 in favor of Kings. 117 lost complete control here over on trailer, but Derox is trying to change that. Finds the first blood there onto Rasmo. Has now realized that there's someone behind him, but now he's looking at it. 3v2. Finds another enemy. Goes for the kill, but Raid alongside with his allied Spy. It was too hot to handle. Verdicts. Caesar on his own. 1v3 yet again.
That was a tough one. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at it, you got a player in trailer. He's the inside man. Needs to stay alive. And obviously, the hit's on. Caesar had no way of getting there quickly enough. He was making the deep flank wrap, and it was just a good play by the attacking team. They take the advantage, and more importantly, they break them whole. They find the success 2 rounds in a row. Inferno opens up with the first. He does not lose it to Saturn's this time around. And first blood means second blood as well, as the bomb's been dropped, though, and Spy might be the reason this team doesn't make the transition over to this bomb site now. You can see it now. This one's a hopeful round here. Bounce back one, and one that might get handed to the side of 117 if they can capitalize on it. With Spy going down in the middle of the map, we'll keep eye of that bomb site. And who is going to be able to collect it? And hopefully the side of the Spanish Connection doesn't feed the beast and push out too aggressively. I don't think they know the bomb is down. Maybe they've got a little bit of sights on it. It's Lucky and Caesar and Karma. They're all just kind of playing their twos. Caesar's the only player on an island. He's getting pushed in by 2, and that one might be it right there too. So the only advantage that 117 have here is that that bomb has not been collected, and that is it. It does get picked up by Inferno, so this one might be tough.
And I mean, heavily questioning Spy carrying the bomb and moving it all the way dead center, but it still works out for them, like you mentioned. With Caesar dying, then Rasmo out with a kill into Lucky. It is just a complete other story. We could have seen, I feel like you mentioned it, they could maybe not know that the bomb was there, and I definitely feel like that was the case, because if they did, like, we would have seen a completely different story. But Kings take another point, take another one for them, ladies and gentlemen. We're in round 10, verdict. We might see this game over with quite soon, but let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right now, Inferno pushing pretty deeply now. Everybody going towards B. The only one defending there is going to be Caesar with a Holger. Caesar with a Holger, and then the sniper from Lucky. Caesar with 1. Caesar looking for 2. Taking it home. Caesar trying to make it 3, but his allies are already helping him out. Everybody's pushing deeply, and Kings got shot down heavy, verdict.
They did. You can thank Caesar, and you can thank Rasmo for not hitting a nasty little montage of a clip there in the site. Obviously, he did find one before he went, but we all know how crazy the wall bangs can be for Rasmo. He has put up a number of kills that just make you just shake your head like, what the hell did I just watch? This is what COD Mobile looks like when great players are sniping. Right now, we're going to be on board with the man. Can still deliver the dagger to put this 117 roster out of its misery. Here in the Surge. 2 for 2 we go. Kings able to strike back with Raid and Rasmo finding the headies. Saturn's dropped. We've got Prime and Peak Rasmo in effect, and this is a problem. It took him a while to warm up here, but he has not been denied. That shot does miss, though, as Caesar able to wander through, and that might be it here. He's found the silver lining. He's not anticipated Onur, and yet again, the player advantage back in hands of Kings. They can deliver this last round. They can deliver themselves a 2-0 lead in just one more round, or one more game to shut the series out. Can Lucky go big here, though?
Right now, a minute on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. They have not planted the bomb. They do not have control over it, so it's something that he can try to take advantage. But it was like, you know, Gale, just shut
yeah.
up, I'm already done. Let's just finish this game, huh?
Yeah, 7-4 win. They finish it. Kings start off going back and forth, but we flip sides. They are miles ahead of the competition on the attacking strats. Just an absolute exposure on the defense. Only 1 round successful for 117. 1 round not going to cut it. Yo, you might be right. I think we might be seeing the Kings take this one in 3-0 fashion. It is not looking good for the side of the Spanish Connection.
I mean, it's not like I wanted it to be the case. Like you mentioned, I like the team. I like the players. I know that they can be playing a whole lot better than what they are showing right now, but the reality is that right now is what matters the most. And against a team as Kings, the reality is that they were going to struggle, and they are struggling in here.
Well, they are heavily. A map that they needed to win, they couldn't get the job done. Now as we headed into the control, taking a look at the post action, it was chaotic. It was a lot of mayhem. It was a lot of Kings in the feed. 11 apiece for Rasmo and Onur. 9 for Raid. He was a demon, as well as Spy. 3 for King Inferno, man. I think he might have ran out of gas after that hardpoint. We'll forgive him, though, because he was frying. Absolutely cooking in the hardpoint.
Yeah.
Chef Inferno in the building. Not this time around, though, for the game 2. Search and Destroy. Not his specialty here in this sense.
Well, with that being said, what's ahead of us is going to be control on takeoff. Oh, man, I don't know. On top of it all, I think... Well, I do think that 117 is on defense, but right now, the majority of their gunfights being lost. Like you mentioned, Inferno and Respawn's just completely frying with 53 kills, and right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to that same amount of control, same amount of momentum for himself. So, well, this game 3... I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't want it to be over, but it might as well be with how things are going.
I don't know. I mean, this map is awfully defensive, heavy, right? I mean, we take a look at the best 5. Let's kind of like paint you guys a picture. First 2 maps, the first set of hills in the hardpoint were very lopsided. It was like a 70-point lead at one point in favor of the Kings, and they built themselves a cushion up, and 1-7 were never really able to bounce back. We went round for round in the Search or Destroy. First 6, we ended up tied 3 for 3. We get into the attacking side flip, and Kings just run away with the lead. And only 1 round found on the defense there towards the end. and as the beginning of the end. Now we're heading over to a control where if you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, Gil, the opportunity is here for the side of the Spanish Connection to make something happen. They've got the graces of being on the defending side off the rip. That means if this one goes the distance, you could bank on that round 5 win if you can play your defense strong. But ultimately, that is the name of the game. You've got to be able to win those defending rounds, more importantly. If you can go, perfect in defense, you win this game and you give yourself second light.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the reality is that the opportunity is still there, right? Like you mentioned, with them being on defense, they can try to play their cards right. I would say that I wouldn't risk it whatsoever. I would make sure that if I'm on defense, I'm winning. What do I mean by this? If you can save, even for defensive rounds, if you can save the operators, the score streaks, I personally would try to go for it, because I feel like just trying to risk an offensive round victory would be just too much for 1-7, don't you think?
I agree. I'm 100% on board with you. Got to be here, though. Your defense has got to be flawless. You've got to save all of those opportunities for the opportunity to shut down a round if needed. Right now, it's a little bit of map control. Lucky trying to find a little bit of a gap there on the B site, but he's outnumbered. Onuran team. Kings are here to play. They're looking for blood. They've got it. Onura's dropped Derek's now as the 2-for-2 trades coming through, making it a 3 in the feed as Rasmuel finds one too. And already this defense giving up a lot of headspace onto the middle of the map.
Saturn's there with the double right there, but still gonna be spotted by Spy. The King Spy is now trying to go for enemy spawn. Try to figure out if that works out for him. He's gonna be stunned. Still managed to survive, and once again going to shut down Saturn's. He's got 3 kills, and at least 2 of those have been none other than Saturn's himself. They are now capturing Alpha, and through the smoke, Spy continues to try to defend in this side of red. It worked out really effectively. Eventually he got knocked down, but I feel like with the amount of control in positioning wise for the side of Kings, they were not really getting as much time in of the objectives as they could have.
They could, but the more important thing is they're stopping the clock when it's necessary. 31 seconds left to go on the clock. Your Kings have a little bit of a map control, but you mentioned it too. I mean, one thing that could come back and bite them on their rears is not being able to play that objective. And with the player off of the objective dying, now we have a little bit of a question. Brady going to be able to hop back on it now and just tuck yourself in a corner. You don't need to take the gunfights, my man. You just need to put yourself in a prime position to stay alive in Karma. Trying to get on board with the first kill for this is what seems to be forever in this round. Finally able to do so. A little shaky nonetheless. Denies also the 8 point. And just like that, the defense might be able to hold strong here. They deny that 8 point as well as the time to be extended. We may not even see this TDM unfold.
I mean, right now, Rasmus finds a way to get back inside, but spotted by Derex. You called it perfectly. And as they try to go back, last second, they managed to pull through. The lives are still there. The tag fight is going to be popped on the side of Kings.
It's wasted.
But Raid! Raid! Losing track of what was going on. The opportunity to take that kill is going to be the doom of Kings. And I know he's not happy about that, you know?
No, you're definitely not happy about that. The good thing is you got overclock, and you've been putting in some overtime and some tremendous amount of kills here in this series. Obviously, you can't get that TAC 5 back. What can you do to make it up for it? Right now, the defending round here. It does look like we're seeing Rasbo try to get a little too aggressive here. He's going to round the corner. Oh my God, Saturn's gets dumpstered. 3 in the feed and a wipe there onto the objective. It's clean. 117 back to the spawn, back to the drawing board. They're trying to get a little bit of headway onto the B site. Nope, Inferno shutting it down now. I say that Karma does win a big gunfight, and that might be it. Lucky has found his way into the medical site. We've got a hit onto the B site, and I don't think the side of the Kings have no idea what to play. Oh my God, it doesn't matter. They're just winning gunfights. They shouldn't. And they give away a lot of map control, but they take it away just as quickly, Gil.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely were once again winning fights that they shouldn't have, and that is just bad news for 117. They could have made it work. They could have taken way more time off of Bravo specifically, and they didn't. So Let's see what they do right now. Saturn's is on pretty much enemy spawn. Gonna find that kill onto Rasmo. Gonna go now for the next one. That's Honor. Takes him down. Oh, great crowd control now for Saturn's alongside with Derox. They're gonna be keeping an eye open there onto the side of Tickets. But still gets spotted. Tries to push. Bites the dust. Inferno with a double kill himself is now gonna continue to control from the top side of Yellow. He does have the opportunity to use the claw whenever he feels like it. Still just gonna be saving it through the smoke, shooting, praying, not getting anything done. And I'd like to say that I'm lacking more the control of the objectives on the side of 117, but the fights, the gunfights, continues to just be their biggest concern now.
I think that's the biggest enemy right now, right? If you can avoid those gunfights and losing them at all costs, if you're 117, you've got yourself a prime position. Right now, you got one tick of progress here on the B side. You don't need to rush things. Obviously, there was a rush to get that purifier, to purifying because only one body was found off of it. But nonetheless, wasted operators are not going to be your best friend. We'll see the pops here of what could be a great attack and round success. Is this coming down to a 7-7? The defense, though, they're holding the line firm, and the Kings not giving up an inch onto the B site second time around. The ways of players, it's down to 6 here for the side of the Spanish Connection. Can they make it big? Lucky now, trying to get into a position of power. He's got the ticket side. Karma popping the Annihilator. Good for the positioning. Needs to double back for a little bit of a regen. Spy spoiling the efforts. The TAC 5's pop. And it is going to be wasted. Back-to-back rounds in a row for both teams. And they are in shambles both alike. 3-0 life count. We are tied up 1-for-1. And those last little bit of efforts could go a long way, but you can't just pop attack 5 to pop attack 5, chat. That's just not how this works.
And that's what I was talking about, right? They tried to force the victory on offense, and they used 3 operators that had not enough value. They lost that round, and right now, let's see what they can do, because there is the tag 5 on the opposing side. Kings Rasmo gonna pop it out, but Aki's got one of his own. He is now with the Sparrow. Great usage of it, this time actually having an impact for the team. Finally, the side of Kings are gonna find a kill, but Lucky got like 5 kills with that Sparrow, and he's not even halfway done with his interaction. He's still pushing forward. EM2 in hand. The M2 in hand is gonna spot another enemy, takes the kill for the double, doing a little bit of damage, search someone to the right. Unstoppable here. Lucky now is spawn dropping, barely missing the last bullet onto Kings, but he's got a Pred missile available and sure that he is gonna use it whenever he feels like it. But in a way, I feel like, honestly, Verdict, I still feel like 117, although they lost the last round, they're still gonna be forcing the victory on offense.
I think you have to. I mean, this Kings teams, they're so dynamic. They're so unpredictable with where they're going to win gunfights, right? I mean, it's not been unpredictable in the sense that they've won a majority of them, but it's been unpredictable in the sense that you just can't figure out where you're going to find success. That last round was a prime example of it. You extend the round, you get it down to 5 or 6 players, and you look like you're going to be successful there on the attacking round. You pop the attack, and then all of a sudden Kings show up and they beat you even with that extra additional health. So you've got to find a way to put the trigger, pull the trigger on this team. You got to do it quickly if you want to win this one. You can't bank on a round 5. We're going to go ahead and tune in to the comms tower. We're going to jump in with the side of 117. Let's see how spicy these comms could get here in the opening set of engagements.
Okay, there's no one in B. I'm gonna smoke chicken. I smoke chicken.
Uno medio, uno tickets, uno tope y uno en spawn. Mato a... Vale, 2 tickets, hay 2 tickets y uno en spawn.
I don't know where is he.
Medio Ani, está pushando por atrás de blue.
One window.
Okay, chill.
Ani en bottom blue.
Is dead.
Don't just...
Flores.
Ani, está ahí todavía.
Stadium.
Uno Flores.
One in stadium.
Stadium y bottom blue.
One missile.
Stadium, one shot, one missile.
Missiles and no respawn.
Tengo tag para el siguiente.
Dalton, tienes que salir de ahí.
Blue one shot.
Okay, chill, don't feed them. Camp, just camp. Go new.
Sí. Yo me quedaría en deep,
Win next round.
Bottom yellow one shot in the window.
Uno deep. Lo tienes que...
Woo, boy, this round's chalk, man. You already heard the comms. Do not feed these guys. We need to win next round. Look at the pockets, though, of the Kings. They got Preddies, 2 to be exact. They got operators. They are holding it all down for the new round, and obviously, we're starting to see this one unfold. No Tac 5s wasted. Oh, Rasmo did pop another one. I just now saw that one. As it does not go to waste. You win the round. You stay alive, more importantly. But you don't have that Tac to run into this next round. Whereas on the opposing side, you've got everybody almost ready to earn their operators. 3 to be exact in pocket to hold the defense. That Tac 5's popped here for Saturns. And this first wave of players could be absolutely crucial here for the side of Kings.
Seemed like a little bit early. That Tac 5, if you could have waited like a second or two, but you know, still aiming for it. Derox used the Purifier and got a kill, but he got shut down by Inferno, who continues to push forward. Inferno now on top of it will be using a claw, so keep an eye open. My man is on a mission, and said mission is just to destroy those who are spawning in this area. Problem is that he cannot see anyone. Turning left to right, cannot actually get the inside of where they're at. In this claw verdict, completely wasted for Inferno. What was that?
What was that indeed? He finally finds one, does catch somebody up top. Kings dead even in the life count. The raid Predator missile, that's 2 out of 2 used. Not going to be able to open up the floodgates, other than they'll allow Kings to get a little bit of map control. You can see Inferno's still up top. He's cooking. He's trying to get some streaks of his own. Paper plane's going to be tossed. 25 seconds left to go on the clock. You've got to make this hit last. This is it. You've got to get on a point at some point, and right now they are not finding any success on it. Kings now able to hop the hill. It is going to be Spy and Raid within arm's reach onto the objective, but you got one player in Karma who is feasting off your spawn. Got to deal the pressure and get him out of there as soon as possible.
See the time running out. Inferno quite close to Alpha. They're capturing it right now, and they are now trying to prevent that on the side of Lucky. Lucky finds a kill. Lucky finds a double. Lucky on enemy's territory will be spotted by the use of the Sparrow by Raid. But the time ticking once again. Inferno lying to the ground. The next one to try to get inside is Spy. Spiky with Annihilator will bounce out. Gets killed. No one can get it. Oh, Raid! Raid again, man. Raid. Don't let the story repeat itself. Trying to survive on the last second. You cannot leave this area. The lives are too close, are too short. There's someone else fighting off you in this area, but you gotta stay still. You gotta stay strong, brother. If you wanna make it happen, you have to survive, but Saturns is gonna quickly say no to that. You called it, Verdict. You mentioned how important this round 5 was going to be, and although 117 tactics of trying to force a victory on offense did not work out, the victory will still fall their way, and we do get a game 4.
We do get a game 4 brought to you by a magnificent defending round win, number 5 for the side of Spanish Connection. They are going to be able to live to tell the tale that they beat the Kings in one map this series. Will they be able to tell more of a tale than that, though? It's game 4 right around the corner. We'll take a look at the post-action report real quick so we can regain our thoughts and collect ourselves after that one. Kings, you did everything possible to win this series in a 3-0 fashion. You just couldn't play the objective. PTFO, man! Inferno was literally with a claw in the spawn site. Couldn't find a single kill. Couldn't find other than one up top. And by the time he had realized that he was doubling back towards that A objective, he gets caught in the wide open and cannot win the gunfight to extend this one. You got to PTFO here in control and take off. If you've got map control, you got to take advantage of it, more importantly. That is going to be a round loss that you'll have to go back and rewatch the VOD on. The flip side things, Saturns was putting up some numbers. 27-17 to be exact, 23-22 for Lucky. He was piecing them towards the end. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to another game brought to you by that Control victory. I'm going to restart my emulator, so don't jump just right into it. Okay, I know you guys want to see the action, but I want chat to be able to see the action as well, and I don't want them to miss anything.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with you every time you do it. So, don't worry, fellas, it shouldn't take too long, and we're gonna go to game 4 as you mentioned. We're back on Hardpoint, but this time it is not gonna be Hacienda. It is on Standoff, is it? It is Standoff. So, you know, it's a heavily known map. A lot of opportunity for both sides. You think we can go much longer than game 4, Verdict? What are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, if you're 117, you've got to find success early on in this hardpoint. You didn't find tremendous success in the first, and you didn't find tremendous success in the takeoff early on. It's slow to develop. Obviously, those rounds were quick. You just got lucky that your opponents didn't play the objective at all in the first, their 3 rounds of the attack. You're literally coasting off of the failures of your opponent. You're not finding successes for yourself. You've got to find success here early on in this standoff, or else it is going to be a 3-1. If you can find, some early rotations, this is a map that you pick, so obviously you have a little success and confidence in that regard, but it's got to be, tremendous amount of gunfights won early on. Those transitions have got to be flawless. Those breaks do not need to be a 3-wave effect. If you get a break, it's got to come within the first 2, within the first 20 seconds of a hill.
I have to agree. Make sure that you get the advantage super early. Yeah, make sure that you are not allowing Kings to breathe. Don't let them be comfortable. Don't let them just outgun you as easily as they did at some point. So we've seen them. They got the strategy on the side of 117. They got the communication as well. Let's put it to the test now to see if they can take us to a 5th one. Right now, game 4, Hardpoint on standoff Verdict. And as we go deep into this game, I feel like we've seen a lot from 117, so I want to see one of the players over on Kings, and that would be Inferno, right? We've talked a lot about him being a key part on multiple situations for the squad. Right now, gonna be holding his sight, finds an enemy there in the door, not gonna be able to find any kills, only getting assistance in now. Finally got one, but yeah, still gets spotted. A lot of aggression on the side of 117, and I think you called it to perfection, Verdict. They're being as aggressive as they can be, and at least for the beginning of P1, it's working. Let's see how they try to capitalize that same strategy on point number 2. But if they manage to keep up this same energy, we could see a different story from the first hill.
This is about as flawless as it gets. I mean, anything above 20 points is a success off P1. Now, I think you've done justice for yourself. Now get the rotation, too. Now, let's see if they can get this gas site hit. Karma's going to be golden there with the nade shot. He's made it on through to the enemy lines, but Onur there to shut him down. And this is what I'm talking about. Those gunfights go big and count for a lot of time lost here on these rotations. The good thing is you put yourself up a cushion. 35-12. We'll see the hit now come through. Saturns will not be denied now as he is half health. Looking for the break on in. The KRM able to find the first. Derek's is there to pick up the pieces on the cleanup. It's only Inferno to do the justice. Can you find him? That's a big question now. P2 is popped 12 seconds in. He is still head honcho around these parts. The factory is locked down in Kings. I mean, they might have found their second throne here inside of the standoff building.
I'm looking at Derek's trying to go inside, and it's gonna work out. Once again, something similar to what we saw on P1 is gonna happen on P2 a little bit later this time around, but to the same effects of 117 just being with things under control. Right now, great job done, but let's see what's next. 20 seconds left. Inferno now will try to go inside through the window, but
damn,
there was already Saturns waiting with a shotgun to the head, making him eat with that. I just realized that he's using this KRM Verdict, and well, it has worked now twice. I'm liking what I'm seeing. 117 completely shifted the way they're playing on respawns, and well, 2 for 2. Let's see what happens on the third point now.
Yeah, big party up in Big Blue. There's not a sea of blue there. It is currently being occupied by the opposing team, Kings. They have found their throne here on the P3 site. Onura's up top. He's making it rain bullets. But Inferno, he's on the outskirts. He's putting in work. The 2-piece, nasty with it. Finally gets shut down as a 2-piece for Derek's. They're trying to get the break. The wall bangs are absolutely penetrating through the walls there as Onur is the last player left standing. Will he get taken down? Absolutely. Spy, second to attempt. The take now is coming through. It's relatively early if you ask me. 30 seconds left to fight for, and it is going to be the Kings on the outside looking in. Rasmo, last hope here as we say goodbye to P2, and we're heading over to P4 or P3. We're heading to P4 afterwards. but you're still spawning in. You can still contest. Now, this is a very good sign. You're getting a lot of chunk off this scrap. As a matter of fact, you're getting the setup there for new. We'll see if they can execute, though, Gil. It's 88 to 52. Saturns is there. Oh, my God. He is him with the KRM. Packed a punch, and certainly Kings did not like that one. Now as the Karma Annihilator is going to be popped. They've got hill control, 117. They might have done it.
They might have done it indeed, and I feel like they were playing to the retake for the majority of it, but right now they are also trying to go for the rotation strategy. Now Karma getting inside, there's the claw being used, and will be enough through the wall to get Karma down to the ground. Down. The Kings are back with things with control, but I don't know for how much longer. In now, point number 4 here over on Market. Finally, some good control, but 20 seconds left, and that's something that is definitely going to be seeked for by the hands of 117 through the wall. No taking a lot of damage. Tries to push with the Purifier, not going to be enough, and that is going to be the scrap time stripping sides for Caesar, but it's spotted as well. Great recover on the side of Kings. They were losing control on the side of Market, but that's pretty much been the case on the majority of the kills, and they were like, it's not gonna happen no more. We're gonna secure that one and decrease that 30 lead of 117 to about 20, which, you know, it can sound like not a lot, but we're still pretty much halfway through, so plenty of room for the Kings to overcome this situation. And right now, once again, they're gonna be the ones getting there first, and that's been the concept, right?
Yeah.
Kings there first, but then 117 just kicking them out.
Yeah, it's not always about who does it first, though, Gil. It's about who does it best right now. It is the Kings doing it better here in the P1 side, but overall, the scorecard, 104 to 96. Gap being bridged. Can't get content, can't get complacent here if you're the side of 117. You still have a long journey for a comeback if you want to stay alive in this series. There's plenty of game for the Kings to close it out here. They're going to be able to take the lead in what you had going into the P1 reset disappearing. And more importantly, you're not getting those 35 points that you lived off of in that first set of hills, and that's the problem. You've got to make this rotation. You've got to win these big gunfights. King Spy chunks a massive paper plate in your face, and you eat it right for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Right now, it's the opening here on the P2 side. Factory is where this Kings team took a lot of an advantage off of the first initial openings. Right now, you've got Lucky here, and that is it. He's going to be lucky to hang on for dear life. Kings now trying to make the breach. They've got the secret site compromised. They got the spawns locked down. What they don't have is a player with a purifier in the hill, and it does look like Daruk's going to be able to purify anybody who makes their way into the objective. Does not get Spy, though, and that's the problem. The break is going to go in favor of the Kings.
Kings adapting super good to this one up 117, trying to go for the same strategies, but Kings have finally found a way to shut them down. Lucky though, finding his way through with a double, but still gets spotted by Spy. Spy now with the use of 100 killer drone to the face will miss onto Saturns, but gets the kill nonetheless. 14 seconds left, and you said it perfectly on the first rotation. That 30 points lead for 1-1 found, which is definitely not enough. They needed to increase that. Unfortunately enough, we're not capable of doing so. Now, inside of blue, first up, we're gonna see Lucky with the M2 once again. Now Sparrow in hand, lands it to the face of Inferno. Few more arrows, explosive arrows will be shot at a distance. He knows that they're gonna be spawning over there, and he's right. Karma also using the Annihilator will find a couple of kills with it. Now through the smoke, he's waiting for someone to walk by. He's gonna get the call that there's people in there, but control still in the favor of 117. We do see them get first, but we do see them defend the inside of it. But let's see for how long Inferno and Honor trying to get in.
Oh, just like that.
Just
it's the break.
Like that verdict. There's still 30 seconds left.
There's still 30 seconds left. This is 30 seconds that 117 cannot afford to give up for free. You don't know how those holds are going to look on the P4 side. Right now, Kings, they are playing with fire. Preddy's going to be popped. Honor's looking for anybody. Is going to be able to get some intel, but that's about it now as the P4 rotations are being made. Spy pulling out the ante. Let's go ahead and dive in. Kings are looking hot now. They could close it out. Let's find out how those comms sound.
One is new.
Bottom market. Three inside. There's three inside. I'm aiming top market.
Yeah, be careful.
No one top market.
Blue van.
They all smoke from us.
I'm gonna anti-frag.
Yeah, push.
One is T-spawn.
There's two above the counter.
Low.
There's like 3 on hill.
Yeah, there's 3 on hill. They stuck inside.
Claw on side. We spawn boxy.
Nice, come on.
Oh, two more inside. Low.
I'll take them out. Push right.
Vas-y, push.
Quick, 2 on hill. One top. One is top.
Dead.
Nice.
Let's fall down.
Farm.
I got him.
No, on your spike, behind you spike. On farm.
One more farm.
Farm. One farm. Pushing.
They are cool, they are calm, they are collective, they've got the lead. They've got the comms to go along with it too. Everything, just small talk, the banter, the breaks, they stick. Everything is good about this Kings team. In 117, they're not feeling it. They are still down, but they are not out of this one just yet, Gil.
Yeah, we're losing by about 40 or so seconds, but still fight back. You said it yourself. Now, moving on to the next area. Getting there first, I see Caesar. Caesar already patiently waiting for someone to walk by. You know there's someone downstairs, but gets killed. Spy finds one, not gonna find two. Lucky, once again, having a huge impact here with the M2. Having that kill is gonna be tremendous, and they gotta make sure they secure this area, not only in, but out. That's exactly what Karma and Derox are trying to aim for at a distance. I see Karma just from up above on the side of Market, defending that area, and also see Caesar trying to defend. Not gonna be possible, though. 100 killer drone for Lucky. Lands on 2 on North. The only one they left alive inside is gonna be Lucky, but they're defending him with his life. Just
they are.
Well, Lucky now with the use of the Sparrow, they just cannot walk through that. They tie out the scoreboard. They're trying to use their own opposition. Not working out, and the fight is on.
Oh, the double Karma. Finally taken down. The break is in. Kings looking to shut it out. There's not enough time to do it. Now it's all about the new rotation over the P2. You have been golden on getting these breaks and the setup. Can you make something happen here, though? You got to hold on for dear life. It is all about this Annie, though. Karma shutting down the transition, getting 2 in the feed. That's 4 down. Hills popped. You're all over it. You're down by 12. You can certainly do it here by the stroke of some successes on the shots here on the outskirts of the hill. Inferno looking to go big. Does find one. Derox answering back. Caesar's been wallbanged. Is the hill broken? You got to hold on for dear life now. 20 points is needed for either team to shut this one down. It's Inferno with the pure. Oh my God. The claw gets shut down, but it's Kings. They get the break. It is all about the wave now as attack is going to be popped. You're winning the gunfights on the inside. You need to find yourself on the inside, though. And only Saturn's here to penetrate the back lines. Nobody there to do it for the side of 117 on the top of the jump up. We've got Lucky. Is he going to be able to stay alive for long enough, though? Gil, this is it.
Oh, it might be. They're trying to continue to stay inside, but not for long after. Derox, you gotta get in. No, man, he's down. He's out. They tried. They fought. They were so close. Verdict. But the factory has other plans to build a crown for the true winners here tonight. What a game, man. What a game. It just intensified as time went on. I gotta say, I definitely felt like there was a true shot of us going to a game 5 there, but fortunately enough, 117 a single step away. But big round of applause for them. They'll be back also for third place match. But
wow,
I want to say I feel like 117 went from way down to way up there for these 4 maps. And can you imagine what would have been the case if they were playing as great as they were here on game 4? Because man, that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing. I would have died to see a game 5. Kings, though, they had other plans. They had already set out the map here.
Yeah.
The factory, they were already putting in work for those crowns to be made, as you already mentioned. The true Kings, they are here and they take it 3-1. They do not tempt fate with a game 5. We know how lethal 117 can be in Search and Destroys, but that's enough about this. We'll take a look at the Pulse Action Report. 39 for Spy. Was absolutely all over the map. Got the break there in that last bit, and I think he was like the king of P2 rotations. A hell of a fight there for the side of 117. As a matter of fact, Brett coming through with the 20 tier 1 gifted subs. I absolutely appreciate you. 21 to be exact. Derox and team could not make it happen, though. They could not buy us a game number 5. King shut us down tonight, and we're going to take it back to the host desk. You can sip on that if you like, chat. You won't get the reference. Deanna will. She's going to be bringing us back in. Talk to us. That spread was immaculate.
Yes, definitely. And after, you know, after seeing this matchup, I was like, damn, Kings are so good. Like, you know, we saw 117 kind of dominating the other teams in Mobile Mayhem, right? Winning after winning after winning. And then coming against this team Kings, right? It seemed so easy for them, right? For Kings. But yeah, they started with a good hardpoint, right? A lot of Holgers. I like it. I like Holger. Holger is a very good guy. The rotations, at least in the first set of heals, were very strong on the side of Kings. Finishing them with a big advantage, right? With its Adam. Second set of heal had kind of the same energy. Kings controlling the majority of the points and denying every scrap time on the side of 117. Third set of heals was something different, right? 117 started to getting a break on the P1, and then the transition to P2 was actually very good for them, picked up some points, but the control was all over on the side of Kings. Inferno was the MVP, dropped 53 kills. So yeah, definitely on the map as Hacienda, 53 kills are a lot. Now going into the S&D, right, we started with the defending side for 117 not found, and the rounds were kind of going back and forth, you know. They kept it tight until we switched sides. After we switched sides, right, well, it was something different, because the rounds started to get in favor of Kings. And before the disasters, I said it, alright, I was thinking about it, 117 managed to get the round, but actually Kings were like not controlling them. They were always everywhere, you know. They managed to get the kills, they managed to get the sniper shots, they managed to get the rounds, so therefore they won. Rasmus was the MVP with 11 kills, and I was actually watching him a lot because, you know, he did had good performance in the past couple of broadcasts, and he always had some cool shots, you know. I saw it on Twitter, you guys saw it on Twitter too. We cashed it, so yeah, I was like expecting him to do good, and he did good. Now coming into the control, we started with a good and a promising round on the side of 117, and then moving towards the second round, it was again very good. They actually popped up their Tech 5, right? They started to get control. I think it was Takeoff, right? A map as Takeoff is quite hard to play control in my opinion, and they didn't find success in that particular round. But after we switched sides, you know, the attacking team started. Oh, sorry, that was in S&D, my bad. But anyways, the control was very good, right? Because we did saw... Okay, I feel bad that time.
No, you're good!
Eat me now.
You're good! No, continue on. You were frying. That control, okay, look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut your control banter short. What I'm gonna say about the control was, it wasn't so much that 117 won that map as so much as that map is just so defensive oriented, and Kings just basically gifted it to them. If they had just played a little bit more of the objective, it would have been a different story. 117, however, were only able to coast off of the success of the Kings' downfall into that attacking round strat. So, you know, going into the hardpoint, it looked promising for 117.
Yes.
But Kings are just too damn good, bro. I mean, it's just simply said.
Yes. They had the first set of heals was very promising for them. Obviously they had a lead, but after that the control switch on the side of Kings, and they actually managed to get the win. We did had Spy dropping 39 kills, and on the opposition Darox dropped 39 too.
God,
yeah.
I would like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you too, I've met Spy in real life, bro. He's a stocky fella. He's a wiry little guy, but you know, he's a little broad where it matters. He's a wrestler too. He's very aggressive. And I know he wanted that win, and his gameplay is a direct reflection of, you know, who he is as a person as well as a player. I mean, he's just well-rounded, when regarded as one of the best players in all EU. You know, and that's just not me. That's multiple sources, and you can trust me on that one. It's just a great guy to be around and involved with. So this team has a lot of success here against the 117 team. They're going to be moving on, as we've mentioned it. It's all about the grand finals for next Tuesday, am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you go over the brackets verdict?
Oh, can we let Gil do it? I'm done talking.
Okay, can you,
I
can
want
you
to
do
talk
that?
no more. Well, getting into the bracket, ladies and gentlemen, you can see all that has happened and what is ahead of us right now. Animus Enigma 3-0, Kings and 117 3-1. For the bronze matchup, we're gonna have Enigma and 117. I'm sure there's gonna be sparks on that match. But if we're talking about sparks, what about the top 1 and 2 once again clashing together on a best of 7 grand finals? So, ladies and gentlemen, Animus and Kings will be facing off to see who the real Kings are. That is gonna be until next week on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry,
I like how
confused
everybody
Tuesday and
answered it
Thursday.
with a
I'm
question
sorry.
like, yes? Yes?
It's just that I'm bad with Tuesday and Thursday. I gotta.
It's
think
like
about
me
it,
with Tuesday and last week.
yeah.
Spy, I'm not gonna break your arm, bro. You saw how big I am. The only person in EU that could take me in arm wrestling is Drory. I'm sorry, homie. And we didn't even test that out because I was scared I was gonna break his arm too. Nah, I'm obviously Kevin. Drory's a big dude, bro. I met everybody out of everybody I met in the Call of Duty community. EU, NA, Loud. Drory was by far a Goliath of a guy. He was big, like just so damn massive. I would love to arm wrestle him, but you know, obviously we didn't want to ruin either of our careers, and we just kept it professional and hugs and handshakes across the board. So I'm not arm wrestling you ever, Spy. That's it. I'm done. Sorry.
All right, fair enough. We'll see. We'll see if that happens one day. I'll hope that that's been recorded, or if it's not, that I'm there. So I'm gonna
me too. Me too. Yeah. Well, it was a great night, right? It was a pleasure as always to be here and see the teams, right? Sadly we didn't get more games in the first matchup, right? But it was good. In the second one was good too. So yeah, we gotta see you back next Tuesday. I need to double check in my mind this Tuesday, right? Because I got confused earlier, but yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, right? And if you did not catch the whole broadcast from the beginning, you can always go and sub on Verdict YouTube channel. You can have them. You can have there and see there actually the broadcast. So yeah.
Yes.
That's right. I'm done. I'm gassed out. Like I literally gave my all in that series. 1-7 couldn't get us a game 5. Heartbroken.
Well, okay.
Well, GG's, that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching. Diana, you're awesome. So are you, Verdict. Thank you for watching. Admins, you're awesome as well. We'll see you all in the next one.
Later.
Bye.